Jammers, and welcome to the Jams and Cocktails live podcast. My name is Brad Brock, and we're broadcasting live from the legendary JNC Lounge. We are on episode 44, inching ever closer to our 1-year anniversary. So thank you so much for tuning in live with us tonight on Facebook and YouTube. And thank you to those of you catching the rerun on YouTube or listening in on your favorite podcast platform like iHeartRadio or Spotify. Joining me, as always, here in the legendary JNC Lounge is my partner in crime, Miss JORDY Taylor.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Whoop, whoop.
Nice hair. The hair's rocking tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. I woke up like this.
And sitting right next to her there to her right is the one and only Steve Bruce.
Yeah.
Long applause.
Oh, absolutely.
Way more than you require.
Keep going.
Bring it around town.
Also hanging with us here on the guest panel tonight is Vaughan Jackson.
And against Steve.
And again, Steve.
Double debut.
And, of course, we have our featured guest tonight, Mr. Paul Robertson. The Drums and Rums Podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Tonight's show has been a long time coming, and I'm super stoked to finally have Paul here on the show tonight. But before we get down to it, I think we need to get into our Shot of the Week.
This video is entirely too much to make a shot.
Shots. Yeah, he's working real hard for that shot, whatever it is.
Never comes out like that.
No.
You haven't done one on fire yet.
I know. We need to get into that.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Not a bad idea.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah. Well, I need to check out with the fire ordinance here in the lounge.
That'll be awesome.
Get a little Zambuca.
Sambuca.
Oh, shit. Roll him around.
Oh, my God.
He signed the waiver, right?
No, he did not. Well, you guys, tonight's shot was submitted by Mr. Paul Robertson himself. This is the Old Cuban, and it's got quite a bit of eclectic ingredients here. So let's talk a little bit about what's in it. First of all, you're going to get your shaker out and your muddler, if you don't have a muddler. You're going to muddle mint with rum, lime juice, simple syrup, and bitters. So you can put that in the shaker. And you're going to add ice, and you're going to shake it up till it's nice and cold. You're going to pour it about 3/4 in a shot glass and top it with Prosecco because we fancy. And
Are we pinky out on this?
Absolutely.
I think there's no other way than to pinky out on this.
High society.
So cheers to all of you here in the panel tonight. Cheers to Alicia Beal celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday, Alicia. Tuning in tonight.
And cheers to all you poor people.
Oh, Lord. Cheers.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
all right.
that is supremely gardeny.
That's a nice way of saying it tastes like dirt.
No.
I know, right?
No.
Earthy?
Takes old.
Old shoe.
Like the salad bar at Ruby Tuesdays.
It tastes like I would imagine an old Cuban would taste like.
I mean, I suppose it wasn't bad.
We'll go with your.
While smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It just does taste a bit like earth. Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Any other comments on our shot of the week?
I don't think you could slam those shots. Like that's a.
Is that a sipper?
I feel like
No, it's not a sipper. It's just you can't like line them up and like consecutively do that.
Oh,
shot.
hell yeah, you could. Line them up.
well, no. So let me explain a little bit. So Paul presented the idea for that particular drink or that shot,
So it's
and
all
he
my
said
fault.
he said it's a cocktail,
Yeah.
but we could convert it to a shot. So it really, I think, if you put that on ice and drank it as a cocktail, it would be pretty nice, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Or just put it in a cocktail glass and slam it.
Or we could do that and be real alcoholics like we should be. Well, you guys, it's time for a formal introduction for our featured guest tonight. He's a drummer, a rummer. I feel like this is the start to the Joker.
And I'm midnight. Something.
And also, he's a super cool dude, and he's a host of the awesome podcast Drums and Rums. He's on the other side of the interview tonight. Check out Paul Robertson.
I like that setup. Yeah. That's cool.
Oh, there you go.
It wasn't the beach.
Down by the sea. And that last picture, we know how that podcast turned out. There's a lot of hijinks and shenanigans, and
There was a lot of those things. You guys, give it up for Paul Robertson here in the lounge. Finally, you made it. Woo! Super stoked to have you here, man.
so happy to be here.
Good, good.
I've seen, it's so much different, being in person.
I know.
Into the lounge.
Right? I always tell everybody, I say, what you see on the videos is good camera angles, The rest of the time, when you get here, you realize that it's just a dirty garage. And, it's really just a huge disappointment.
Before you showed up, I was changing my oil and
Right?
changing spark plugs.
Yeah.
It's not so much dirty as filthy.
You get a lot done. You get a lot done here in the lounge.
Oh, this isn't my Airbnb?
This is your hostel.
Yeah, it is.
Welcome to it. Well, man, we'll jump right into a little interview that I have for you before we get into some serious drinking, because can't have the host of Drums and Rums on the Jams and Cocktails show and not drink some rum. So of
course.
I do have a surprise for the room here, the lounge. So we'll bust that out in a little bit. Very coveted by me. But so let's just jump right into it, man. And let's go all the way back to the beginning. So let's talk a little bit about Paul the drummer and give us a little history on getting into drums and some of the bands that you've played in and the people that you've played with.
All right. Well, first there was way back in the Muppet days, right? The Gongs or the Muppet Show, right?
Yeah.
So I know everyone says that, and everyone says the animal was, everybody wanted to be that. So, so that led into elementary school, and who the hell wants to play a clarinet and and all that stuff, right? That kind of
I did.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well. All right. Except for Vaughan.
Somebody ended up in their locker.
No. He probably just because he was choosing that most of the girls were playing clarinet, and he's like, all right, this is a good way to meet chicks.
I played the
Right.
trumpet.
Did you?
Yeah.
The trumpet.
I was extremely bad.
That's one of those instruments, right? You have trouble trying to practice because your parents like, fuck.
I just played the girls in the band.
Oh, Jesus. Don't let him distract you. Wait, I have that.
Oh.
Yeah.
But so it started back in elementary school when they're choosing instruments, and that's exactly, and I've probably shared this story before, is my mom says, why the hell did you want to pick the drums of all the friggin' instruments that you have to carry to take to school, or as most moms, they have to take to school for their kids. And especially lived in New Jersey at the time, and so again, you had snow, and then the story she always loves telling people is, hopefully she's watching or listening. She always knew what day I had lessons in school, because that morning I was down there in the living room doing my practices.
Oh, my God.
Morning.
It's like, oh, I know what today is. It's Wednesday or whatever it was. So we went through that, and then I'm sure, like most parents, they were probably pretty happy to not have to deal with noise if you kind of lose a little bit of interest, and that kind of subsided for a period of time.
I was like, oh, sorry, you've decided to get into comic books or something like that.
Oh, I'm so disappointed
Oh,
you
no.
gave up.
Yeah. Oh man, my ears. So and then so many years passed by, and kind of never the opportunity came back around, and then back in high school, like most high school kids back in the 80s, 90s, and so forth, is got back into it, and for a short period of time before I moved to Florida, and again high school kids, long hair. Again, there'll be videos that nobody will ever see.
You're lucky. You're lucky. I didn't snoop around a little harder because I'd have found them.
Oh, trust me, bro. There's a good friend of mine. I still had a video from the studio we went to as high school kids to fuck around and pretend and think we were doing something and whatnot. Right. And my buddy just totally enjoyed it. He goes, man, I wish I had something like that from when I was in high school. Was again a video. Again, it was on VHS because
absolutely
somebody had the camcorder, and again we videotaped the car ride there, videotaped all sort of stupid shit that I will probably never be president for these reasons.
Join the club.
Yes,
yeah. I'll be.
So yeah, that was a little bit of brief little period of time, and then moved to Florida. Really because of just moving to a new state and changing things up. Never got a chance to get back in and so forth. Again, still was living with folks and had to convince them into loud noise,
Right. Bang, bang, bang.
Right.
And we're not talking about the good kind.
That's right. Shh, Mom, Brad, my mom might be watching.
Oh,
yeah.
No, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Wink, wink. And then so forth is going through and just jamming again. Get your own house. You can do whatever the hell you want and so forth. And then, here and there, probably most, go back, jump into about 2004. Started to get the itch to play, and then was in a short-lived, they continue on, but I think it ran its course. Was an acoustic band, and that's when I bought a lot of percussion shit that was like, all right, I'll get this and get this. I'm like, good Lord, how much?
Got a goddamn jungle gym behind there.
Yeah. I'm like, fucking run out of room and, more shakers than,
Then you can shake.
That's right. Yeah, because I only got two hands.
But did you have cowbell?
Come on.
What do you?
All it needs.
Wow.
And a belly shirt.
Yes, had the belly shirt and a belly button ring, and maybe I'll show you later.
And a sun tattooed around your belly button.
So no, but yeah, it was one of those things. We ran its course. We had a little go through, and they continued on. And again, I think I just kind of just didn't have that interest. And to be honest with myself, I think it ran its course, and for the right reasons, and it just ended. A couple here and there. Still trying to, get some things going. Again, and on top of it is I do, have which I can't complain about which I probably sometimes do, but really I have to be very fortunate is, I've got a pretty good day job, right? Mm-hmm. So in a family and other things and so forth. So, some of the opportunities isn't there as much. And then back in 2016, early 2016, met up with a few guys here and that were up in the Treasure Coast area, and one of them happens to be the person that was sitting at the end of the bar.
Yeah, he's over there
sitting at the bar.
Where's it? Drinking. He's over there getting a refill right now.
Sorry, Vaughan. I didn't mean to.
Okay.
Oh, take two.
Yeah. So Vaughan and I were in a band here locally in the Treasure Coast area, and performed, here in locally, as well as even I think probably one of the fun, well, at least for funnest was playing up at the Main Street live Daytona. Yep. So that was our original music festival that if you all haven't checked out, it's pretty cool. The promoters there do a DeLand show as well as one in Daytona, so it's supposed to be all focusing on original music. A lot of alcohol was drank, stank, whatever.
We had a sick hotel room.
Yes, yeah, that was
sick hotel
crazy.
room.
Yes, so I think it was an Airbnb. Yeah, so it was pretty crazy, and but we had a great time. That was a great opportunity to showcase some original music, and I think that was with the infamous sliding chair guitar solo that Mr. Jackson had performed at the what was the name of the place?
It was like a car show bar. So it had all 50 style car parts and stuff.
Oh, that's
in it.
cool.
The garage,
or
something like that. Yeah, so
That's
it's like
cool.
right
Cool
next
spot.
Yeah, right next to the Boot Hill So I mean, we
played
played
there.
We played
the-
two shows.
Yeah, we played at the Boot Hill on the corner stage, and then we played at the garage.
Yep.
I showed up late.
Yeah. So
Infamous lead guitar flat fashion.
Yeah.
Right.
and I think I got in trouble for was the one that brought the Johnny Walker Black that
Did it.
Yeah.
But also could not get an Uber.
Yeah.
That was the main problem. I couldn't get an Uber there, and it was like way too far to walk.
Yeah, and not to mention like lugging
with
all
all
that
the gear.
shit with
Yeah.
you. Yeah,
I had a Marshall half stack, 2 guitars,
Well,
my
Marshall,
pedal board.
you probably could put that on the wheels on the casters and just skateboarded it down there.
Yeah, didn't have a skateboard, but
So, but yeah, that was a pretty cool experience. And then, things just kind of ran through again. My primary, my day job's gonna be the main thing here, right? Kind of moved on from there and still kept in touch with Vaughan ever so often. We did most recently earlier, and even a little bit last year. Started jamming a little bit with a few other one of your former guests.
Jams and Cocktails alumni.
That's right. Yep, that's right.
Chris Springer.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So-
we have to. I tried to harass him into coming in. He wasn't able to come in tonight.
So that's kind of brings up to there again, and then this whole podcast thing just kind of came about where
Well, don't get into that because
Okay.
you're
getting a little
you're
excited.
caught jumping right into my next question. And
All right.
I'm just kidding. I'm
So-
kidding.
Oh yeah,
But
then there was this Grammy that I won.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
now we're talking.
it was made of plastic.
Well, no,
you got it at the Dollar Tree.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, Brad's got a gold
Still.
record like that.
There it is, right there. But no, really, as a podcast host myself, what would possess you to put yourself through the pain and agony of starting a podcast? Are you a masochist?
Yes.
Only on the weekends.
That was
Short
easy.
answer.
No self-worth.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree because you'd have to be.
Yeah.
It's hard work.
I just like fucking talking, and then even if nobody was listening, so which is probably a lot of how most
sorry, I'm-
podcasters are.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Yeah. Oh, should I say that again?
Come again?
So, oh, really?
That's what she said.
You
No,
guys are
but-
filthy.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Filthy
My
beasts.
folks are probably watching. I think they're really amped up to play that tune.
Sorry,
But
Mom.
no, yeah, let's
yeah. So
but
yeah.
let's talk about
Yep.
drums and rums,
Yep.
man.
Yep. So, again, there was something that, obviously I played the drums and I played, and just had this interest in this idea of putting these things together. So, all right, well, I like rum, I like drums. And again, it's a little bit of play on words. And after attending a drum workshop in Nashville with Rascal Flatts drummer Jim Riley.
Awesome.
So that was a weekend where it was one of those, I've known about it for a while. It always seemed to have happened when we were in the middle of
Hurricane or a hurricane season or something like that.
Yeah. Like I said, not giving away too much of what I, my day thing. But yeah,
Basically, you guys, I just want to let you know, Paul Robertson is Batman.
yes,
That's all I'm going to say about that, Paul.
that's right.
And I'm
wear-
Bruce Wayne.
I have some really cool tight leotard things I wear and a cape.
Did you bring them tonight? You
that-
should have.
Well, I thought that was one of the segments.
It is.
It depends
is.
on how much he drinks.
Yeah, you're giving too much away.
Mom,
Yeah.
earmuffs.
That's right. Yeah. So after that, I went up there, and I'm really glad it was one of those. I did that trip by myself. Went up there, experienced the whole thing, and usually Jim Riley does his drum dojos is what he calls it. This is in his house. Okay, so I'm in Rascal Flatts drummer's house, in his studio, and met him, and it was a really cool experience. And again, it was only like 4 or 5 of us, and usually he has a couple more, a bigger group that comes in, and they go through and he does his lessons, he goes techniques, and he has his drum tech that comes in, does tuning things and so forth. Then he does other lessons. So what I took away from this guy is like, here's a professional drum musician, one of the biggest country bands, right? and he's doing these lessons, right? These workshops. He doesn't,
That's cool.
So I mean, one of my things was, okay, my whole frame of reference has been mostly a rock kind of guy. So I'm
Right.
not a super big country person. So I've then started to take in Nashville and understand that country music is definitely different than rock and roll from the perspective of your front man or your guys up front who write the songs or they're singing the songs. They're the face of the band or whatever you want to call it, the act.
Yes.
Whereas rock is usually kind of the full
entire
thing.
band.
Right. So, and even though some of these musicians have been in these bands for many years, right? But just most people don't know it. So, I mean, I think it's probably from what I've learned. And again, I'm just a novice to Nashville and country music and so forth. So I know others probably know a lot more than what I'm saying. What I found out was during that time of the year. So this was almost about the same time last year. So early December. So right out of hurricane season, to your point.
Yep.
And I was concerned when I was talking to Jim about setting up this appointment or schedule book. And I said, look, what happens if I got a work thing and whatnot? And he goes kind of like oddly like, what? Why would you be asking these questions? Like, don't worry. And I'm like, no, I said, and I had to explain a little bit more why. And he understood. And then on top of it, then I would confuse the shit out of him because I'm how I go on social media and again, my name and so forth. For those that you may or may not know me, I go by different aliases, and that confused him as well. And
We are diving deeper here.
yeah. So, So
I
anyway,
have more questions now.
yeah. So that's fine. So like I said, talk, right? That's why your podcast can't get me stopped on this one question. Anyway, so I'll try to wrap this up real quick though, so after being in Nashville, seeing him hustle, seeing the musicians on all the bars hustling, working and just going at it was like, this is it. This is what it's all about. You've got to hustle, right? Because nothing's going to happen if you don't hustle. And hustling now, it's no longer, as they talk about in the music industry, it's not like what it used to be. It's not the 80s. It's not all these things. Streaming music isn't paying out what radio play and all these things, right? Mm-hmm. So again, you've got to have a lot of irons in the fire. And I think that trip really kind of gave me the kick in the ass to take this idea. The irony of the idea of taking Drums and Rums and doing a podcast was I really didn't listen to podcasts. And my drive to work is only like a 15-minute drive. So I never could have time to feel like I'm really invested into a podcast because I'm like Men in Black, 8-9 hours later, I'm like getting back in the car. I'm like, I have to rewind and listen again. I'm like, what the fuck were they saying earlier? Because I'm like, I really didn't. It just went, So it's ironic, right? So took the idea, started pushing with it. Again, I think it's a lot because of the play on words. I thought it was very catchy, and started off back in the end of February. So nice. Pre-COVID, right? So had this idea. I had my good friend Kirk, who was as he gives me shit for because I call his episode the pilot and not episode 1 or his name or whatnot. So again, I said, look,
it was the sales pitch.
That's right. I said he was the first guy, and he's also, that episode has also got the most listens too as well too. So I said, at least you've got your little mantle. So that's where we are. We're 19 podcasts later. It's been a very difficult year to try to keep this moving forward. I know, as we all know, 2020 has been
crazy.
Right. Yeah. It's been a shit show for everybody. Right. Absolutely.
Right.
Not me. I've had a great time.
It's been great for me, so I can't complain.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Lucky ducks. Yeah.
Sons of bitches.
My mother's a saint.
But yeah, well, I mean, so our mutual friend Chris Springer,
Yep.
Who, as we mentioned, is alumni of the show here. He was the first one to say, "Hey, you got to check out my buddy Paul's Drums and Rums podcast." And of course, I did, and was like, "This is super cool. I love it. I love the concept. I love the whole idea." And but then I got, at that point, I got through the few episodes that you had, and it was like there was nothing else,
Yep.
And so that's when we kind of connected,
Right.
and we've been in touch ever since. And now I've seen 19 episodes, and it's just a progression, and it's so fun. And I do want to talk more about your guests, but I also want to know about the tagline, Backbeats Meet the Spirits. And I love that. And of course, of all the booze out there, why was rum the one?
Well, I think at the time that was always a go-to. Different style. Obviously, being in South Florida, the Caribbean, going to cruises, your drinks and so forth. So I think that was always the thing. And again, to drums and whiskey doesn't quite go right. Drums.
It definitely doesn't have that ring to it.
Drums and prosecco. No. So yeah,
that sounds like the
You're
biggest
also a
headache.
rum guy, though.
Yeah.
You're a rum guy.
Yeah.
Big Bacardi fan.
Oh yeah. So I think what is it's kind of yeah. And again, it wasn't far off from it. But I've also have learned a lot too through this process. And then maybe I hate to say is maybe in a selfish way is like the podcast has given me a lot of knowledge, and hopefully you shared a lot with the listeners too about rums and craft distilling or some of these things that go into the that side of the podcast.
Absolutely. That's awesome.
Yeah, the hardest thing that goes in a rum is like angel sweat, because that's what it tastes like.
Well, we got a true rummy in the house, that's for sure. So to the point that you were about to make, before I cut you off so eloquently, you've had some pretty elite guests on your show, like Jared Falk from Drumeo, Juan Carlito Mendoza, the 2012 Guitar Center drum-off champion and author. And you've even let that asshole Brad Brock have his own episode on there.
What a dick.
So tell me about reaching out to these people and locking in these really awesome interviews.
Well, we just got demonetized. You mentioned Brad.
So again, not knowing and maybe having a very unorthodox kind of way and I can be very impulsive at times and so forth is where, like I said, the first episode was a itching to, all right, I need to get going here. Let's do it. And so I said, I grabbed my good buddy Kirk and we went over to our drum shack that I've got. And I said, let's sit down and let's do this podcast. We'll shoot it. And it wasn't streamed live. There's some little bit of recording. And all I had at the time was just I had to borrow my kid's Blue Yeti mic and plug them to the laptop. And, and again, I don't know what I don't know. And I still don't know what and as it's a learning process. And, so gone from there is I think just the sense of, approaching it as no fear. What is it like, kind of like they say about, asking a guy or girl out and saying, you don't know, just go and ask, right? What's the worst thing going to say is no. And, maybe if I was in a different position where I was, this was my only thing and my income or whatnot, maybe I would be approaching things different. I'm sure like that goes for anything. I'd reach out to people and say, hey, and so I have to give a lot of big props to one of the episode. I'm going to do 5, Dave Bloom. He's an online drummer, and I follow him for a while on social media and watching some videos he does, and just kind of messaged him and said, hey, I got this podcast. Would you be interested in coming on and talking, right? And he's like, yeah, cool. All right. So we did all over Zoom. And at episode 5 was already the 3rd episode that we went to Zoom, because now at episode 3 was the first podcast when COVID really.
Right.
Again, here I've got this great idea.
Right.
Let's do this podcast. And it's all about this idea of sitting down with people, drinking some rum, chatting and talking. And then it's like
2020.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I don't want to be fucking anywhere near anybody else, And that's it. That's what happened to a lot of people. I still some people that I had hit up, and they're like early on, were like, "No, COVID," and I get it, right? And we're still in it. Crazy as that sounds, 8 months later, and so episode 3, I got a couple. Episode 2 was a local band, good friends of mine, a Loch Ness Monster. That was the first drummer and bass player. Episode we did, and I learned quickly to not really drink the whole bottle of rum because it can get really messy and you have a lot of editing to do post. But then episode 3, I was having to figure out if I'm going to continue this during this lockdown period. I need to figure out how to move it forward. And then I reached out to online and just was one of those, hey, is anybody interested in wanting to be on a podcast? And people hit me up. And
So cool.
one of them actually was and again, I got in trouble because I didn't even, get COVID, the days go by, I don't even know what day it is, was episode, again, I'm drawing a blank now, 4, where I had interviewed at the same time. We've talked about this, Brad, and I know off the air is trying to, and Brad, I want to give Brad, segue quickly, is a lot of thanks and props to, I kind of look to you as a podcast mentor to kind of help give me some guidance and advice as well too. So about keeping it simple, right? And again, I'm not about, unfortunately, I still don't learn, touch the hot stove and go for it. But I interviewed 2 metal drummers at the same time. One was in India and one was in Germany at the same time on Zoom. Talk about the time zone, the delay, and so forth. And again, I thought it was a great idea at the time, and it was a great idea because again, that was the first episode I got a chance to really talk about COVID.
Yeah,
and especially being a global thing. It's like, what is it like in India? What is it like in Germany? To kind of give us all bring back here in the U.S. where we all think it's a fake thing.
That's cool.
Well, look, it's not.
Right, it's all over the planet.
Right.
Yeah,
right. So I had a couple of guests, back to Dave Bloom. He kind of reached out and had the podcast with him, and he made the connection with Vaughan. He says, "Oh, hey, I know Vaughan." I said, "I'll reach out to him." He made the connection for me. Also, Aaron Edgar. We're trying to still line that one up, and it's great that other people that are helping make the references to guests to get on the podcast. Whereas
it's incredibly helpful,
right?
Yeah,
right.
To have people referring you.
And
refer to you.
Right. And the one with Jared was one of those, hey, I just follow him on Instagram and I made a comment on something he posted and I was like, all right. And I'm like,
going fishing.
Why not? I hit up, people all the time on Instagram or whatnot and say, what do I got to lose? Hey, Questlove, I got a podcast about drums.
Were you about to say instant messenger?
Probably, yes.
Hey.
You've got mail.
AIM?
Yeah, that's right.
Is your away message up?
Hey, when AOL came out, I was an adult.
I wasn't.
Fossil.
I remember that.
Did you have net zero internet?
I did. I
Absolutely, yeah. I believe so.
They offered the best deal at the time.
Right.
Show your AOL discs.
And coming from somebody that builds like high-end computers now, I can't imagine how bad it was back then. It was horrible.
Yeah. Yep. Unbelievable.
Oh, it was horrible.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's something that I've always admired about you in terms of tenacity. And I've even told Jordan, I was like, man, Paul, just no reservations, goes straight out and asks people to come be on his podcast.
That's awesome.
And like that is something that I've been very slow to do. And you have inspired me to start reaching out to some of these people and asking them to be on my podcast.
That's
so
awesome.
Hopefully we'll get something lined up out of that mess. But
True.
Hey, he reached out to famous people and he got me.
well, listen.
He said infamous.
Infamous.
Almost famous. Yeah.
That's only at a country bar in West Palm many years ago.
So tell me
Years ago.
what's next for Drums and Rums. Where do you see your show going in 2021? Because hopefully it's a much better year than we've been dealt out
Right.
this particular go around.
So, I was just thinking about that today was maybe some of this is I don't want to say a travel podcast, but again, I think some of it is the getting out there. So an upcoming one here with another one of your guests there is with Johnny Ringo and Code Rum. And
Oh man, you're tapping on a really good segue. So carry on.
so again, is how do I kind of balance the two? Is talk with a lot of drummers, musicians. How do we get into the rum side of things? And the same thing, I reached out to one of the distillers up in Daytona. They do craft Copper Bottom, and again threw it out there, and super great people. Here's what I got. Here's what I'm looking to do. There's also a drum shop up there, Daytona Beach Drum Center. And reached out to Dan there and said, hey, and again, a lot of people are like, some of these people kind of like, I don't got time for you. And who cares? But again, it's something I'm interested in and kind of sharing. It's mutual. And I think it's one of those back to everyone's trying to help each other out, kind of grow each other's, opportunities and interest and so forth. So, so that, again, to that point it's the travel part. And that was the part during the summer was lockdown. Nobody wanted to go out there. Everyone's kind of very protected, understand. But then it's like, how do I keep that going? And once things kind of let up a little bit, and again, for the good or bad, I'm trying to get out there. So one of the things I've reached out to is another company. And again, it's just awesome that, some folks have been very receptive, and some, like I said, it's kind of been hitting crickets, right? Yes. Wow. Just like that.
There they are.
I have a soundboard. Somebody let me have a soundboard.
But like one of there's and again, ulterior motive, and I'm very bad on me, where we're trying to do a vacation trip, and I was trying to talk my family into going to Key West.
There's the distillery down there.
That's right. So I try to, it's like, hey, let's go to Key West for vacation, and then my wife, called bullshit, and she knew exactly what I was up to. I said, okay, well, what do you want to do? Well, let's go to the mountains. I was like, okay, and then I'm like, is there any rum in Georgia? Holy shit, there is. And again, there's a lot of stuff that you start learning about. And there's a great company up there in Richland, Georgia. And I reached out to them and said, hey, this is what I got. Would love to come up, actually do a podcast. Because again, I think the Zoom stuff is great, but we're all social.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that personal interaction.
Yeah. There is
the ambiance.
There's something about the connection,
Yeah.
and like we do love we love our Skype interviews here, but there's nothing like having our guests in the studio because it's an experience,
right?
In and of itself, you get to experience each other and it's
tactile.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great word. Yeah. Write that word down. I need to enter that into my vernacular. Tactical. Daily.
Does anybody want to try to spell
Tactile.
Not
tack and
to
tile?
feel, to touch.
Not textile, because that's something completely different.
Titical.
So
that is also something completely different.
Yeah, so that was kind of how some of it just kind of, again, and upcoming for next year. And I think I've been a lot's been going on over the last 3 months that's been involving outside of the podcast. That's been, again, my primary. I'm not going to screw that up, hopefully.
Right. But again, hurricane season.
Right. And one of the things was, finally settling down and trying to schedule out the shows rather than just kind of pulling it out of the, the air and so forth. Trying to be a little bit better about scheduling. So whether it's with, this weekend, Johnny, or last weekend with Charles at Nitrogen there, all the way up to our, again, post out there on the drums groups on Facebook. Got another one coming up with the drummer programmer for the Dirty Vegas, the song back in the early 2000s. He, again,
we like to party.
So
we like to party.
So a lot of these guys was like, all right, people have an interest and say, well, okay. It'd be great to learn.
Wait, I'm sorry. That was the Venja Boys. I'm thinking of something completely different. Whoop.
So,
Whoops.
All right, we can edit that later.
Yeah, cut that out.
But for next year is something new, Brad.
We're going to edit that on the live.
But I started thinking ahead towards 2021 is what do we want to do? Who do I want to try to get on? How do I start planning those things? Hopefully things kind of get back to normal. And even kind of an idea about in March is Women's Month. I love to sit and talk with women that are in drumming or distilling or something to that effect. So I've even reached out to, again, it's my Instagram shooting out there is to Sheila E. Hey, it would be great. Again,
great.
I'm like, again, what do I got to lose, right? And hopefully, at some point, somebody does. But things like that, trying to make it somewhat kind of relative. Again, if there's a travel part to it, you try to get down to the Key West. Again, now that everybody knows my story and so forth. So we'll see where it goes.
That's awesome, man. I'm so stoked for you, and and thank you for giving me a shout out. It means a lot. Jordan and I, we put a lot of work into our podcast, and it's literally it's so much our pleasure to whatever we're able to offer to anybody else in the lessons that we've learned growing as a podcast. It's out there, like just as, but at the same time, it's really nice that you acknowledge it and thank you for being so tenacious, because you've also inspired me, as I mentioned. Right. Like Jordan and I have had many conversations. I was like, Paul's like going out there and he is pounding the pavement and he's getting these guests. I was like, we need to do this. We need to, like, Paul, you were actually. I read an article.
I stand on the street corner.
You were nominated, or not even nominated, but you were put in like a top 10 list of like, what was it, like alcohol based podcast.
I thought he was going to say alcoholic.
Alcohol, top
like,
10.
wow.
But no, like that to me, like I read that and I was like, how the fuck did he do this? I was like, what are we doing? I looked at Jordan.
Bribe?
I said, what are we doing wrong? We're jams and cocktails. We have all the alcohols.
Gosh darn it.
I'm
We're
just
not
kidding.
just rum.
I'm just kidding.
He's Nike. He just does it. He just do it, right? Just do it. Be
But
like Nike. Just do it.
I was very impressed. I was super stoked for you, and I read that article, and you were up there with all these other podcasts. I was like, that is cool, and that gave me goals. So thank you for yeah.
People helping people.
And since you mentioned the infamous Johnny Ringo, who I had
Bringing it back.
Yeah,
We're circling back.
right. We're circling back. Whom I had the privilege of spending the afternoon with, working on his new radio show that's coming up. We were down at Coast 101.3 down in Stewart, and we're working on that with them down there, and they're amazing. But he brought me something that I had been trying to get my hands on for 4 years. This is no lie. This is real talk. 4 years I've been trying to get my hands on a bottle of this.
I can smell it from over here.
I've been drinking it from over here. So this is the Code Rum Commodore's Cut. So this is a barrel-aged rum. If any of you out there have tried Ringo's rums, many of them are very sweet. They're very good mixing rums. They're super smooth. This is a different beast. This was distilled at a completely different place in Amelia Island, and it was barrel aged, so it has that kind of funky, barely like leather shoe taste that I love in rums. Like I love sweet rums, but I really covet these funky rums.
Pure pirate rum.
And so the first time I had it, I was like, this is great. This is really, really good. And now we have it, and this is the Honor Series. So this is the second round of Commodore's Cuts that he put out. But I have bottle. It's numbered. I have bottle 116 of 240. So I'm right there in the middle, right there in the middle somewhere. But it is my honor series to share it with you guys here tonight.
Thank you.
Yes. How could I have Drums and Rums on the show and not share my coveted bottle of Commodore's Cut? So with that being said,
And bring that booty over here.
Yeah.
yeah,
If you didn't share it, this would be your last podcast.
maybe I could get Jordan to run and just grab everybody a little cup of ice, and we're just gonna put a little in there.
Well, I won't run, but I'll go get them.
Okay,
No.
you don't have to run.
Okay.
You don't have to run, baby. You don't have to run. I love your hair, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Look
I
at
grew
you.
it myself.
I said it first.
Yeah. I never get to see her with her wavy hair. It's so nice. So while she's doing that, we'll wrap up our interview here, and then we're gonna do a toast with Commodore's Cut. I'm so stoked that you're getting to hang with Johnny Ringo. So let's talk a little bit about that. I know we've had conversations about, like people have reached out and have been like, oh, the show is so rum, or oh, the show is so drums. We want more rums. We want more drums.
Well, Johnny's got both, right?
he does, because he is a drummer and he is a rummer, much like yourself here. So finding that balance. You had mentioned that you decided not to drink whole bottles of rum because that just was disastrous. But so tell me how you are going to fuse these two moving forward.
So, trying to, one of the things is obviously, having a full-time job and trying to do this and look to have guests on or do the podcast. Some of it's now been, do I try to start splitting it up where it's, look, as you know, Brad, right? This is a bit of effort, right? And this isn't just, you make it look easy.
As I mentioned, you must be a masochist.
Yeah. And started to kind of just gauge as far as pulling back and say, what is working for me? And do I maybe start backing off and just doing musicians or drummers, in a podcast, and then maybe more visual, every other week, because I can't, I just don't have, unfortunately, the time, and it's not that I don't care. It's just
it's a huge effort. It's a
Right.
huge effort to balance. Because even for me, this is like I'm a musician, so like a professional musician.
Right.
That's all I do to make money. So for me, it's a little bit more of a what's the word I'm looking for? A little more malleable my schedule. So I can kind of do things or set my schedule.
Freelance.
Yeah, freelance.
Wake up at
exactly.
10.
I have a great vocabulary. If you haven't
Freeloader?
That's good. So far, we've got some really great words from Vaughan. So keep writing them down.
Freeloader.
But yeah, that
Tactile
too.
and malleable.
Tactile and malleable. Oh my God!
Freelance.
You hear that? You guys hear
Wow.
that?
Boom.
That's from all the way out in the street.
God, I need to get those
Welcome to the
subwoofers.
pizzle.
Right.
Yeah, in the pizzle now.
That's how we do.
So for me, it's easy for me to say, you know what? Wednesdays are my podcast days. Nobody fucks with me on Wednesdays because I'm setting up the show. But you, with having a day job and a family
Right.
with children, and that it's, I applaud you for taking that time to produce something that is important. And I wouldn't just say that to anybody. I think it's important. I think what you're doing is great. You're connecting people with musicians, drummers particularly. I mean, we're going all the way back to Ringo Starr right now.
Right,
that
yeah,
just
because
don't.
they're the guys that
Yeah.
get blocked by
Yeah.
those damn front singers,
Right.
right?
Right.
You don't.
All they do is stare at
really
everyone's
don't
ass.
Yeah. They don't get the clout that they deserve, and certainly the recognition. And so I applaud you for doing that.
Debatable.
Yeah.
That's a
Applaud.
debatable.
Thank you.
thing.
Thank you.
John Bottom.
True.
So no, you're right, Brad. And I, again, I have to give a lot, recognition of the family there, and putting up with my shit, and putting up with drums in the house, putting up with the rums, and even last night the little video that are pictures that I shot. I had my oldest son help me.
Nice.
We were wondering,
shoot some
Jordan,
videos.
didn't we watch that? Didn't we watch that? I had to show you something before you go to bed, and I was like, check this out.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is so cool. That is so nice. So awesome.
Thank you. And so again, I've been trying to, trying to recruit people to help me do these things that I'm like, I just don't have time. And in a funny, I don't know, it's kind of be cruel story, whatever you want to call it. So I had this idea, when we were doing most of the podcast in the drum shack, was, hey, it'd be great because I don't have time to entertain, run a show, run this, do this. What if I had hired somebody or had a bartender? Because I'm like, I got to make drinks and do these things. So
That'd be cool.
I put a post out there looking for a bartender. Again, I thought it was very clear that it was not a paying thing.
That's that tenacity we were talking about.
Because I ain't making any money either, right? And tried to, hey, this is a kind of a cool thing to hang out, doing a podcast. Whatever alcohol we have, you can have it. At least trying to make it somewhat. Again, I put in there, and again, I thought people would have gotten the hint or the joke was like, This is great for what do they say about musicians? You don't get paid, but it's great for
Great exposure.
Thank you. Yes. So
Publicity.
so I had
That's another one. Write that down.
I had 2 or 3 people actually respond to the ad, and I was like, okay, now I feel really bad because people are taking it as a serious gig. And we're in the middle of COVID, and a lot of people losing jobs. And like I said, I felt really bad about it. I'm like, well, I thought I was anyway. So it never happened, and I tried to at least respectfully try to explain. I'm like, look, I need like interns. I think we talk about this, right?
Right,
I need to
exactly.
hire interns to write my show prep and do all these other things. I was on the phone earlier trying to get my parents to do merchandising for me, and I'm like, yeah, it's not that I don't want to give up my day job, but
Should have one of your parents do it. They're retired.
I know, no,
Right?
that was they're-
Mom back there with a shaker.
yeah.
Have them speak in the Scottish accent.
Yeah. So no, they started up their own little retiree business, and doing embroideries and shirts, and they went all into buying equipment and all sorts of things there. So their mom and dad trying to. I told them on the way out, just take care of it for me. Just,
That's awesome.
I just
Good for them.
So yep. So but also 2020, I'd love to also, again, maybe it's a self ego thing, is get a Drums and Rums label on a bottle of rum or something,
Nice.
whether it's through some contract distilling or
Well, I know a guy.
You know a guy. All right.
I know
well,
a
yes,
guy.
Great.
I know a rum guy.
All right. Well, we'll have to talk then.
Let's
how
try it.
That's how it starts in New York. Hey, I know a guy.
Well, since we got it here,
Forget about it.
Yes. So that guy.
since we got it here, let's put some glasses up.
All right.
Drums and Rums in the house. Vaughn Jackson joining us. Steve and Jordan, of course, you all know. Whoop, I'm just spilling water all over my mixing board. That's all right. Cheers, you guys. Cheers to all you tuning in. Thank you.
Salute.
Oh, yeah.
This again is Code Rum Commodore cut.
Dude, the clouds just parted.
Swish it around.
Sun's going down. There's choir singing.
What do you think? Now, Vaughn, we were just talking before the show started. Like, this is more your style of rum.
Yes.
Yeah,
good.
that you prefer. Me too.
Yes.
Me
good.
too.
A nice sipping rum. Good with a cigar.
Mm-hmm.
Little sweet on the back end, not as dry as
Yeah.
like a whiskey or a scotch,
Exactly.
No.
Though I love my scotch. However, I can't.
I do too.
I can't pull these shows together if I drink too much.
Yeah.
That is evidence.
This is definitely better than the
Oh, yeah.
scotch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You tried it too?
I did.
Oh my
He
god.
gave me poquito.
Un
Poquito
poquito.
amount.
I'm
So-
very impressed.
Oh my
Jordan
God.
doesn't
So you
usually
made
do
it
this.
masculine, huh?
We're international now.
Poquita. The A makes it feminine.
Yeah.
I only took elementary Spanish in college, so
Same.
I know very
He knows poquito.
little.
Poquito.
Pequeño.
I failed it in high school.
Pequeño. I'm getting butchering it.
Oh man.
Yeah, we're
Well-
we're embarrassing.
That's all right. That's all right. Well, you guys.
This is real good. Thank you, Brad, for
Gracias.
yes.
Cheers
Gracias.
again. Oh, cheers again to that.
Yeah, woo.
Grassy ass.
De nada.
Well, you guys, coming up next, we're going to take a peek inside the JORDY files. But first, it is Jams and Cocktails. So we have an incredible guitar player in the house, and
Oh, stop.
we have a great drummer in the house, and then you have me. So I'm going to wreck the whole thing.
You make it.
Yeah.
You make it.
As usual.
But you're the one man band. You can do it all, actually.
Right.
We're all fired.
I could do it
We'll
poorly.
just drink.
Automation.
So we're gonna let Paul jump back on the drums, and we'll let Vaughn get his guitar rig set up, and I'll get mine set up as well. And we're gonna play some music for you guys here.
Yes.
We're gonna send this one out to Alicia because it's her birthday, whatever that means.
Oh, happy birthday, Lisa.
I'm not sure which one this is, but we're gonna send it out to her.
Not sure what your birthday song
I don't
is.
think anybody
but-
knows what it is.
It's your birthday.
but
It's your birthday.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Oh, let me get in the hole. That's what she said. Oh, Steve's got reverb too? No, we can't have that.
Reverb.
Here we are turning everything on.
So I'm singing.
God, no.
Yeah, you're on vocals.
I'll be backup harmony.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'm so excited about this, by the way. We don't get to jam like this, like full band style out here.
Down, baby, give my love one more try. Come on down, baby, give my love one more try. But when they don't go to see your mom, sure let lose my mind. Before you kill me, take a look at yourself. Say before you kill me, take a look at yourself. spend my money on other women, taking money to someone else. Give it to him one more time, boy. Seven boy, accuse me. Take a look at yourself. Seven boy, accuse me. Take a look at yourself. See, I spend my money on other women, taking money on someone else.
Oh, man.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I think y'all could get a new singer, though.
It was that asshole Brad Brock again.
He's at it again.
Damn that guy.
Oh,
He brocked it in my nose.
That was awesome.
Oh, that was fun.
Right.
Good times, good times, good times.
Rocking out with his Brock out.
Oh, that sounds like that's some merchandise stuff right there, man.
I used to have
You
shirts.
brock it, you own it.
I used to have shirts that said "Rock Out with Your Brock Out."
Dude, that goes back decades.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Really low. That's like back in the Brad Brock and the Renegades days. Back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Wranglers, button up, cowboy hat.
Yeah. You know.
Rock out.
Brad used to play over at Uncle Mick's. And,
Oh,
I did
yeah.
down there in Jupiter.
yeah.
I have no idea where that is.
Okay. Oh, never mind then.
Just kidding.
I am a transplant. I am not from here.
I
so.
used to play Uncle Mix a lot, too.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Is that
know.
Friday night laundry night?
We know. We all know.
Oh, Lordy.
All right, you guys.
2020,
Well,
we don't judge anymore.
Hey,
You do you, boo.
judge away. It was fun times.
in this segment, you guys, our very own Jordan Taylor takes us on a journey through music history, celebrity birthdays and departures, and gossip as we take a look inside the JORDY files.
That's me.
Jordy.
Say Jordan. Say Jordan. Say Jordan.
Y'all are too good.
Curly hair. Curly hair.
Don't care.
Curly hair, don't care. I like the new rap beat in the. Can they hear that?
What?
When you guys are all like Jordy.
Yeah, they can hear us. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
It's fun, right?
It's a new intro.
Yeah. We keep it going. We keep it funky fresh.
Yes, spice it up. Okay, so here we are on November 18th. Today we have some birthdays. Rudy Sarzo, who is the bassist for Whitesnakes, was born today in
White snake.
Whitesnake.
There's
sorry.
only one.
Dang it! I always do that. Whitesnake. Born in 1950. And then Laura Lynch, who's an American country musician and songwriter, a founding member of the Dixie Chicks, was born on this day in 1958. Cindy Blackman Santana, who is an American jazz and rock drummer. She,
Like they did there.
yeah, right, has recorded several jazz albums under her own name, and she is married to rock guitarist, if you couldn't guess, Carlos Santana. Two words, because I guess there's a whatever. Anyway, born
So
in
was she the Black
1959.
Magic Woman?
She might be.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I did look her up. She is a black magic woman. She looks pretty snazzy. Kim Wilde had the hit song Kids in America, was born in 1960 on this day. Kirk Hammett, the guitarist for Metallica, was born in 1962. Rock on. And then last but not least, Johnny Christ, an American bassist and songwriter of Avenged Sevenfold, is our baby, born in 1987 on this day.
Young.
Still younger than her.
Youngin.
Older than me. And on this day in music history today, in 1972, this one was for Brad, but he ran away. Cat Stevens. He has his headset in. He can still hear. Cat Stevens started a 3-week run at #1 on the U.S. album chart with Catch Bull at 4. The title was taken from one of the 10 Bulls of Zen, a series of short poems and accompanying pictures that are intended to illustrate the stages of a Buddhist practitioner progression towards enlightenment.
Wow, that's really deep for a
That
song.
was, I know, right?
Was that before or after he was allowed in the country?
That's right. That's right.
That's a good
Wow.
question. I want to
Where's
say,
that?
yeah, right. Oh, I have to get the timeline.
It's up there getting a drink.
Yeah.
It looks like he's working in the drive-through.
Yeah,
He works
right.
at Chick-fil-A.
Getting the ice cream out of the machine.
That's always broken.
Yeah, always broken, can never get them. In 1974, Genesis released the double concept album, The Lamb Lies Down, on Broadway, their 6th studio album, and the last album by the group to feature the involvement of lead singer Peter Gabriel.
Yep.
Sad day.
Yes, yes. And then in 1978, Mr. Billy Joel went to #1 on the U.S. album chart with his 6th studio album, 52nd Street. His first U.S. #1 album was also the first commercial album to be released on compact disc, if you can imagine that, by Sony Music Entertainment, and won Joel the 1979 Grammy for Album of the Year.
And then he lost all his money.
And then, yeah, now he plays pianos on the streets in Long Island that are like being thrown out.
Oh, no.
He plays down in Lake Worth often, believe it or not, at the piano bar down there.
Yeah.
There's a condo
Does
down
he?
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
he plays from there from time to
Oh,
time
that's awesome.
when he gets nice and toasted.
Yeah, he should let us know so we can
He won't.
peep that.
Go and crash it.
Yeah, go ruin it for him.
I'll have him hit me up on text.
Yeah, do you have his
Have
number?
him text you there.
You got his
Steve.
WhatsApp?
digits?
Oh, shit.
I'll have him hit me up on MySpace.
Oh, on
is
the
it-
Tinder.
Weebly or Weeblo or what was it?
MySpace,
Oh,
I hear, is
MeWe.
making a
MeWe.
resurgence.
MySpace.
Yeah.
On the MeWe.
Yeah.
MeWe.
Sounds like a dirty
Herman.
cover-up word. Yeah.
Yeah, MeWe. Sounds like a lifestyle thing.
And then in 1993, Nirvana.
It's not your we, it's me we.
MeWe.
Hayway?
In 1993, Nirvana recorded their MTV Unplugged special at Sony Studios in New York, and Pearl Jam singer Eddie Vedder was arrested in New Orleans for disturbing the peace after a fight broke out in the bar.
You
It's 2
don't
for 1
say.
on this day in
Doesn't
1993.
Imagine that.
Yes. And
It was the Temple of the Dog I heard got him. You know.
Did he go hungry?
I heard he was on a strike.
Oh,
oh, keep it going. Oh, that's it.
Just say hello to heaven.
It was an even flow.
And then in 2007,
It went all to black, or
Did you guys know that Jeremy spoke in class today?
oh, geez, Louise. y'all crazy.
Kid.
Sometimes I wish I was a better man.
It's getting bad. Brad must be into the scotch.
Oh yeah, or half the bottle of Okay, he didn't take it. The
better
Commodore's
straw-
Not
still
gonna lie, I'm
over
really
here.
disappointed
straw
at
on
the
it.
level that's in it right now.
He's like, I can't drink it for at least 2 more years now.
Yeah, it needs to go on a shelf forever.
not happening.
My shelf at my house.
You put it on the wrong side of the room.
It's true.
And then in 2007, at the time, 22-year-old X Factor winner Leona Lewis set a British record for the fastest selling debut album with her album Spirit. The
Yeah.
singer sold this is pretty impressive, more than 375,000 copies in 7 days, 12,000 more than the Arctic Monkeys' 2006 release of Whatever People Say I Am, That's What I'm Not. Oasis still had the overall record for the fastest selling British album, selling 813,000 copies in 1997.
God,
What a
it's
name.
incredible to me. Like Oasis, they were so. Don't let me take anything away from
One hit
them.
wonders.
But not even. I mean, they had a string of hits, but they were just like
They were an era.
they were that '90s smash.
Gone.
And
Like the new the new Radicals.
well, it
stuff
makes
like
you
that.
wonder what they would have accomplished had they not just been such assholes to one another.
Brothers.
Wow.
Yeah, like they really were
Brother
bad.
assholes.
They were bad.
you.
Oh.
And that's what tore that group apart.
Yeah.
They were. I mean, they were like at least in the UK, they were projecting them to be like the new Beatles,
Right.
And Oasis.
Did not work out for
I wonder
them.
what wall it was.
Maybe it was all the champagne super.
There you go. Oh.
One for Jordan. Ding.
I know zero of their other songs.
I was going to say,
That
those
was
are the
the
only
other
two
one
I
I-
got. So
Those are the only two. There's
those are
nothing
it.
else.
That's it.
So what classifies a one-hit wonder then? Is it just one hit or two hits?
And I was going to say, would that be a 2-hit wonder?
No, I think two-hit
Is
wonders
that-
get their own classification.
Okay.
I
Do
imagine.
they?
Let's ask the
Yeah.
experts.
Do they?
I think they should.
According to VH1, right? Yeah.
They get it behind the music, you know?
And then just a little bit of gossip on the streets.
Wait, so nobody died this week?
I mean, I would try to keep it positive this week. There were, not that I saw, but on this days, there were some deaths. I don't remember now, but I'm sorry. Yeah, I feel like the deaths are a little, and I always end up laughing right before the death talk every time, and I
That
don't
is
even mean
terrible.
to, but we'll be talking about something, and
Jordan,
then,
actually, there was no drummers died. Do you not have on your
Oh,
list?
no, is
Yes.
there?
So there
Oh.
was the drummer from Spinal Tap.
Oh.
He spontaneously combusted on this day.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
really? You're making shit up.
It's from the movie, man.
What movie?
Spinal Tap.
Oh, yeah, I don't
Hey,
know. I don't know
Add that
about
to your,
that.
add to your
Hey.
Add that
Netflix.
to my.
Sean Connery passed on, so
Connery.
And so did Trebek.
so
2020's been a terrible year for
just
people
terrible.
dying, though.
Hey, but after Sean
bad.
Connery passing on, really nobody else matters.
Eddie Van Halen?
No, nobody.
No.
Nobody
Oh,
was.
Sinead O'Connor?
Nobody was
No,
as
oh, no.
smooth as that guy in the
Trebek?
50s. No.
Trebek?
It was just
No.
smooth as a
Suck
baby's
it.
bottom.
No. I mean,
Shuck it hard and shuck it long.
his best line in any Bond movie was when Yummy All Night introduced herself. Said, "I'm Yummy All Night." And he goes, "But of course you are." Doesn't get any cooler than that. I mean,
true.
it
That's
really
pretty-
doesn't.
It's pretty
Well,
cool.
All those Bond girl names are always just led
God,
into
there's
an octopussy
Oh, yeah.
or whatever, right?
I am Yummy All Night, but of course you are.
There you go. That.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, Brad. That's
Oh, yeah.
that's a shirt right there.
That's copyrighted.
So good.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag.
Oh yeah. You'll
I
get
need,
sued.
I need your parents' card, business card.
They are
Mr. and Mrs. Robertson, can you
Yeah,
can you
they
print
are-
me a shirt that says "Yummy all night"?
Well, they are Scottish, so yes,
Yep.
we didn't talk
Yep.
about that.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
Oh.
Ah.
And then it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'll forgive you this time.
Find your inner.
And then,
Tangents.
so last but not least, my gossip, directly related to all of us, but not really. Surprise, surprise! Rapper Lil Wayne was charged on Tuesday in Florida, of course, with possession of a firearm
No.
by a convicted felon,
No.
which is a federal offense
Oh,
that
man.
carries a potential sentence of up to 10 years in prison. So,
He won't be Lil no more.
come on, Wayne.
yeah,
Come on, Wayne.
I feel like I just briefly read the article, and it's kind of sad because I guess he was on his private or some kind of plane down in Miami, and they found the firearm. And
oh, that's good. At an airport. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I
So-
know. It's
so-
like,
Good job.
you are winning.
Wait, so does he go to juvie or
Yeah.
not?
Right.
Aw.
Good
No,
job.
just because he's Lil doesn't mean that
Yeah.
he's underage.
It sounds like he's.
Just ask 50 cents.
It sounds like he's
Did that make
following
a dollar,
after.
yeah?
No, it sounds like he's following after Ja Rule.
Yeah.
Didn't Ja Rule do the same?
He's just living
shit?
it up.
I don't
He's
know.
just
Oh,
trying
he's
to-
living it up.
He's just trying to get his
Puns
street
just keep
cred.
coming.
That was my
great.
jam. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was really good.
I'm a big Ja Rule fan.
First of all-
Same.
first of all-
I have a funny meme for you later.
Who would ever
Okay.
want to be known as Little Wayne or Little anything? I mean,
What about Little Dicky? Little Dicky.
Oh.
Wow.
That's a
He's
bad
actually
one.
cool as fuck, though. I like Lil.
You can't
Dicky.
help what you are.
He's
hey,
hilarious.
well, you know,
You're showing him memes.
Save that money.
Save that money. That video was great.
Oh,
I
that's
showed Jordan that
great.
video.
That's a great video.
It was so good.
And then what's weird is I didn't know there was an alternative version. Well, no, a different version of Quan's version of spend that money or something.
Hit the Quan?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that awesome song.
But that's a great show. But so
Too funny.
back.
Oh, man.
And that's all I have for you fine folks today.
Oh, that's a JORDY Buzz.
I called it White Snakes instead of
White
Snake.
Snakes.
And
I heard you.
oh, yeah. Steve had to correct me after laughing at me.
Both bands.
White Snake's a great band.
All the snakes.
White Snakes. There's two of them. You know, it's a great.
They're
it's a great band.
Partners in crime.
They had great hair.
It's a wonderful band.
Steve Vai was a guitar player in
Oh,
White Snake
yeah.
for a little while.
Oh,
right.
Doug
Was he
Aldrich?
really?
Yeah, Doug
No
Aldrich, right?
Yep.
Other guitar player.
Right. It said Rudy was in it, right?
oh yeah, Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy and
From Notre Dame, like the movie
Yes.
Rudy?
He. Yes.
No, I don't think it was that guy.
Yeah. It was that. It was that guy.
Sarzo.
It was Frodo actually.
Frodo, yeah.
He's bagging
Oh my
everything.
God. Lord. Okay, well,
Lord of Jesus.
get your thinking caps on, you guys, because we are about to play a little round of Name That Tune. We'd like to invite all of you watching at home to join us in this interactive segment. God bless you.
Sorry, thank you.
Bless you, my child.
Oh, thank you, Father.
So we
You may
are
go in
looking
peace.
for the name of the song and artist. So put your guesses in the chats or the comments while we put our guesses here on our dry erase boards in the lounge. At the end of the game, we'll pick a lucky raffle winner to send some goodies to. So are you all ready to play Name That Tune?
yeah.
Woo!
Where my woo girls at?
Whoop,
Here we
whoop.
are. Yeah, we're all here now. The gang's all here. So, you guys, tonight's category is, you guessed it, Drums and Rums.
Who would have thunk it?
Sunk it, drunk it, put it in the
Ba-dum-bum.
bucket.
All right.
This is so different playing on this side.
Yeah, it's different when you're here playing it, right?
know.
Is it better?
We'll see, right?
I guess,
It's
yeah.
like watching
Too soon to
football
tell.
on TV and then being at the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got a feel thing.
So, it is Drums and Rums, but there's a twist.
Oh no.
Butt twist.
Yep, a butt twist. So this is a mix of
Sounds
bands with famous drummers and musicians that own their own rum brands.
Oh shit.
Are you ready to play?
I lost.
Wait. Said that. Wait. It sounds like a.
Are you ready to play?
Say tweak. SAT.
I didn't know Captain Morgan played drums.
Yeah.
So there's a mix. Oh, that's my show dates. We don't want
Oh,
that.
hey!
Shameless plug.
Right?
Wow.
When everybody's really focused, just post your dates. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when they're all looking at the screen.
Yeah.
It's like Psy Warfare right there.
Okay. So yeah. So it's famous drummers or famous drummers and bands, and then musicians that own their own rum brands. I'm very excited about this. We're gonna kick it off with the first one. Are you guys ready to play?
So it's one or the other.
It's one or the other.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's not like they're an all.
Let me tell you,
That would be really intense.
there's not a lot of drummers that own a lot of liquor brands.
I was
I'm
going to
just gonna
say that would be
Not
okay.
yet. Not yet.
Right? Yeah.
Not ever.
Well, no, Johnny.
Oh yeah,
We're working on it.
I couldn't find
Johnny
any
Ringo.
of,
First
I
answer.
couldn't find any of Ringo's big hits.
He does do a wicked air drum.
That's right.
Captain
that's right.
Ringo.
Wicked
Captain
Games.
Ringo.
Yes, Wiki Games. Oh, Chris Isaac. Yes, I got it.
You got and that's the answer. Here we are. Drummers, I expect you to get this one straight out of the gate. Here we go. First clue.
Got it.
I bet you do. Here it is one more time for you guys. Playing at home. Don't show it until we get an answer in the chat rooms.
Do we need to list every member of the band as well for bonus points?
Wow.
If you
If you
want
wanna
to
be that
do that,
extra.
fine.
Overachiever.
I'm basic.
Yeah.
If you want to do that,
5
then
points.
by all means.
No.
Oh,
I
teach-
don't know how
He
to
said,
spell.
"Nah."
Joke's on you. I can't read.
Oh, teacher, here's your apple, too.
Yeah. Do you want to be pet?
Here it is one more time, you guys listening at home. I
At the
think we have a
kitty.
pretty big gap, a pretty big delay tonight, because people are commenting about things we said like 20 minutes ago. No, I'm just kidding. But Scotty Benge on YouTube, he chimed in with Neil Peart of Rush, and that is correct. That is the drummer and the band. Give us the name of the song.
Oh, we have to put the name of the song?
ABC.
It's not ABC. What did you put? I couldn't read it.
By the guy playing the drums.
Oh, we had to put the song? I thought it was just the band.
Nope. Name of the song and the band that plays
Oh.
it. Alicia Beal got it with
I thought it was the
YYZ.
Oh, good.
I thought it was
You
the
were
name of the
good.
drummer in the band.
You could do that too.
Yeah, it's
Oh, mine's
the
embarrassing.
name of the song.
You do get bonus points for putting the the
And for their
the drummer
Sad face.
Yeah.
He died.
or the rum
right?
brand
Yeah, die.
or the rum brand that they own.
Oh, Canada.
It is YYZ.
Canada's big on rum, by the way. You ever watch Trailer Park Boys? It's all they drink.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great show. We should do a podcast just on that.
Dude, oh, absolutely.
Oh my God! But Rush is the correct answer
a
there,
message to
Alicia.
them.
Well done.
And during
Trevor
it,
Corey smokes.
and during it, everybody wear them glasses.
Bubbles.
Oh my God.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You guys ready for the next clue?
Yes, please.
All right. As I mentioned, if you give me the drummer in the band, extra points. If you give me the rum brand that the artist owns, extra points. Here we go.
Not a chance.
Well, I know the song.
I know the
but-
song. The artist of the song, not the drummer.
Well, you don't need the drummer for this one. It's clearly. I mean, I'm ruining everything. You're making me ruin everything, Vaughan.
Fishing for answers. I actually know this one.
Oh, don't show it. Even though it was totally wrong.
I mean, it was accurate. It was more description of the song.
If you don't know
Oh,
this
man.
song, you don't live in South Florida.
No,
It's
I don't.
true.
I don't.
Yeah.
It's true.
live in Palm
I'm sure
County.
we're going to get some answers rolling
Yeah.
through here in just a moment.
I'm sorry.
I live in North Palm Beach County, so it's technically Treasure Coast.
Right.
Ashley Morales
Jupiter's
said
on its own island.
Kenny Chesney. Kenny Chesney is the right answer for the...
The Caribbean Cowboy.
Oh,
Yeah, right, yeah.
yeah, you got it.
Oh.
You got it. Kenny Chesney over there.
When the
Anybody
sun
have the
goes
name of the
down.
song other than Vaughan?
Yeah.
When the sun goes down, we'll be grooving.
There.
I listen to No Shoes Radio a lot. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
When Vaughan heard prizes, he was like, "Oh shit!"
I need you.
Okay, but bonus.
COVID.
What's his rum line?
Yeah, somebody out there, tell me the rum brand
I don't know it.
that
but-
that Kenny Chesney owns and the name of the song. You guys are slacking out there in Facebook land
I
tonight.
actually knew this because I almost bought it at Total Wine not too long ago.
Oh.
It's like $20 too. It's not that bad of a
Kenny
price.
Chesney's rum.
You're so close, but no.
I know. I don't know.
Chesney rum.
He was a big Bacardi and Diet Coke fan. That's his drink.
Yeah.
Until he started drinking. Does it start with a C?
There is a C in it.
Does it have anything to do with like
Well, that
the
narrowed it down.
sun or island or beach?
Well, no.
Dang
I remember meeting him and then realizing, oh my God, this dude is so tiny. It was
How
like
tiny
it was like
was
a 15-year-old
How
dude. It was like a
tiny
15-year-old kid.
Was it like meeting Kojak for the first time?
No. He made Tom Cruise look
my
jacked.
Well, Lord. So the
was a
answer
little
is
dude.
When the Sun Goes Down by Kenny Chesney. The name of the rum brand is Blue Chair Bay.
Blue Chair, yeah.
Rum. Blue Chair Bay Rum. Drew K from Texas just chimed in on YouTube and said, Bay something. Close enough for me, Drew. You get a point.
So, Steve, I don't think he's going to come on the show now.
Yeah, definitely not.
Oh, that did it.
Well done. Thans a lot, Steve.
He's a Patriots fan. He ain't
Oh,
coming.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready for the next clue? Here we go. This one we're looking for the name of the song, the band, and the drummer. Just gonna put that out there. No rum. Don't worry about it.
Jeez Louise.
That's all you get. Play it again. I like that. This rum is so fucking good.
I know, I need more.
So
Can you share some?
no, that was it for you guys.
Cut
The rest is for me.
Well, it did take you a while, so I would have. Yeah, I understand.
I'm kidding. I know the guy that makes it.
Yeah.
I'll take it was worth it. I'll take another 4 years and get some more.
Right.
All right. Jen chimes in. She says, "What was the Rush rum brand?" There was no.
It was maple flavored.
I feel like I made this game very complicated tonight.
What's the name of the song? Oh my god, it's on the tip of my tongue.
But Alicia
And I got a
and
Vita?
Scott both chimed in with the correct answers. It is Good Times, Bad Times, John Bonham with Led Zeppelin. Let me see your cards. Yeah, everybody's got it. Except for Steve.
Is that
Get the lead.
I said get the lead out.
on the gator?
I'm terrible with song names.
Every
but bands
fourth song.
and musicians got it. Song names have nothing.
It was great. Oh, Alicia, the birthday girl, she got it, and Scott.
Yeah, you
got
turn
it
the
as
gator
well.
on. It's almost a sure thing you're going to get a Led Zeppelin song.
On the top of the hour, every
Yeah,
hour.
every hour.
All right, next clue. This we are looking for the song name, band name, and the rum brand.
Where there's too much traffic, I can't catch no.
I have no clue.
That's not my generation.
Where there's too much traffic, I can't catch no.
It's mine, and I still have no clue.
Jordan, you better get this one. Just saying.
And this is another person I reached out to.
Oh,
Is it really?
Really?
Oh my God, that's great,
Dude,
Does that mean it's our code band game?
What?
No,
No. Okay.
no,
cheat
no.
codes.
I didn't think so.
But you should know this one.
Okay.
I got it.
I feel confident.
Did you get a speeding ticket lately?
Oh, we got
Scotty
a hint?
Benj got the name of the
Oh, that's
song.
making me rethink everything.
The name of the song is "I Can't Drive 55." That is correct.
Sammy Hagar.
Sammy Hagar is correct. Give me the name of his rum brand.
Cabo Wabo.
It's not Cabo Wabo, but it is Sammy Hagar's Beach Bar Rum. Well done.
Job.
Dude, Scotty,
Cabo Wabo.
Scotty gets...
Good shows.
I did get it.
Dude, Scotty
Yes.
gets like
It is
everything.
Sammy Hagar. It's
Yes.
not too much traffic,
Hey, Brad.
Yeah.
but I'm very proud of you.
Scotty
You didn't
gets
play
like
enough of this
everything,
song.
man. He's
You
like an
gotta play the hook.
encyclopedia.
Yeah, right.
Scotty's pretty good.
You got to play
He's
the
pretty
hook
good at
of
this
this
game.
song, and then everybody will get it.
No, see, that's part of the game. Alicia got it though. Sammy Hagar, I Can't Drive 55.
Too much
Anybody get the rum?
I can't
You got it. You got it. Very
What's the
impressed.
name of his run?
Sammy Hagar
Beach
or
Bar-
Sammy's Beach Bar Rum.
Nice.
Then who owns the Cabo Wabo?
He
I
sold
thought-
it.
He sold it.
So he did own it at
But he
one point in
did?
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So I was right.
He likes
Yeah.
all the rums.
It's a tequila.
Technically, I was.
It's a tequila brand.
Same, yeah.
Just
oh,
saying.
yeah, that's the
Oh.
tequila.
It is definitely
Oh, it is a tequila brand?
Yeah.
The
It
Cabo
is.
Wabo.
No. What?
It's actually my favorite. I really enjoyed Cabo Wabo.
Listen, I either drink like vodka Grey Goose or I do like cheap beer like Coors Light, Bud Light. That's where,
Fair enough.
that's where I'm at in life.
So,
Man, you run the gamut.
so have you had the Beach Bar rum?
I have not. Have you?
I
On
have.
Drums and Rums?
Yes, I have, and it was one of those you walked into the liquor store and you're like, "Hey, this is what I want." They're like, "What are you even talking about?" And then you find it, and then it was like, "Okay," and you try it. It's a different style of rum than what most people are used to because of the Caribbean, right? And again, there's a lot of it that goes into where things are made,
Sure.
the soil and all those
Absolutely.
things. So because this was a Hawaiian based, it was not the same process. It wasn't something I wasn't expecting. I wasn't really at first like digging it, but again, it's you go into something
Thinking
and you
one
have-
thing.
right?
Now, is it a sweeter or is it more of like a funky rum, like
It's
the
more
barrel
of a
aged?
funky. Yeah, it's more of a funky rum, and
I love
that's kind of like
What do you mean by funky rum?
Tastes like
Describe
Funky
it for
rum,
me.
like
Well-
barrel aged, like that more oaky taste.
I mean,
so more like this one.
Yes,
so-
I would say more
well,
like this.
I think
yeah.
like even like the first podcast we did was we had a Mexican rum, and again because of the soil, the red soil, and where it was in Mexico, it was growing and so forth. It was definitely a different flavor,
Like
than-
burrito.
It's
You're stupid.
Burrito.
Oh man.
You're a terrible human being.
Absolutely.
So Scott chimed in. He said, "I thought you said you wanted the drummer." I had no clue. I really confused everybody with this game tonight.
If anybody's
yeah.
gonna get it, Scott's gonna get it.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I have one more clue for you guys.
David
tonight.
Hauser.
This is for a drumming purist.
Quick question. Can I ask a question?
Quick
Phone a
answer.
friend.
Scott, if you can respond in the chat, did you ever find out your answer about the Jethro Tull thing about the Funky Biscuit and those mixed up dates today? Because I was following that because I kind of wanted to go to that. So if you ever found out the dates to that, I was following.
Yeah, Scott, drop that in the chat about that show.
The mix up.
Yeah, there was a mix-up, so we want to know the accurate date, right?
Yes.
For that Jethro Tull date.
Yes.
Is Scott performing?
No,
he'll be in
there.
attendance.
Yeah.
It this
Jethro Tull's
the Jethro Tull.
The whole
So
band.
wait.
Is an incredible
So
band.
did Jethro Tull just drop a shameless plug in the middle of this podcast without even knowing it?
They did.
Fuck.
Absolutely.
You can never shameless plug Jethro Tull.
Motor
The
breath.
man plays a
Motor
flute.
breath. That's right.
Scott said not yet.
Okay.
So
All right.
if you find
Well,
out during
keep
the
us
course of
posted.
this show, you let us know,
Well,
Scott.
even just keep it posted
love
on
you.
your Facebook page.
Yeah.
'Cause I've been following along. And
Nice. Oh, Scott is also an alumni of our show here. Love to have you
great
hanging out with
musician.
us, Scott.
Great musician.
So good, so good. One more clue for you guys tonight. As I mentioned, this is for you drumming purists. Possibly the greatest drummer that ever lived. Here we go.
John Bottom. Oh,
It's a tough clue.
That was it.
It sounded like something from a show.
Here's one more time.
he played with his stick sideways like this.
Yeah, you already know who this
Oh.
is.
Yeah.
Very impressed.
You know,
with
it kind
you.
of sounds like the opening to Viva Las Vegas.
He has his initials on his drum head.
Oh,
He has his
No.
initials on his drum head. It's the only hint I'm giving.
I don't know what that means.
He was the original starter of it.
God, Drew. So impressed. So Drew gave us the artist, and it is everybody pens down. It is Buddy Rich. I'm so impressed with you guys. I really thought I was going to make a real difficult clue.
Come on.
Who did you have there, Jordan?
Person. It's a real person, but it's also our names.
If you're going to give us some drummers.
Oh, Steve Jordan. That was a great guess, though.
Thank
Big and
you.
rich.
It's
John
wrong.
Mayer's drummer. You know,
It's wrong.
Big and rich.
It's
but-
wrong as shit.
But Steve Jordan is also a very good drummer.
also great producer, just produced the new Robert Cray album. Mm-hmm. Robert Cray's new album, very hot.
No
He has
kidding.
a song called Hot on it. Incredible.
check it
Incredibly
out.
hot.
Incredibly hot.
I'll check it out.
Robert
I
Cray
love
sounds
that.
like he's singing out of his mind.
Shameless plugs.
Great,
plugs,
great album.
plugs.
Steve Jordan, great producer. Also produced all of John Mayer's albums since Continuum.
Yep.
So
Seriously, Continuum by far
Best
my favorite
album of
rectum. Rectum.
Rectum.
It's my favorite
My
rectum.
favorite rectum. I love it.
My favorite record from John Mayer to date. Really, really well done. And Steve Jordan,
Okay, wait.
amazing producer and
So,
drummer.
Buddy Rich, but is that the name of the?
It's not the name of the song.
Burnin'.
It's not Burnin'.
Oh.
For you?
It is Nutville.
Nutville.
Nut sauce.
No, it is Nutville.
Oh. Wow.
And that whole track, I got to listen to it all today, and I was like, this fucking
The
guy
guy from Whiplash.
is on some other shit, man. Really,
Incredible
really
drummer.
good.
Incredible drummer.
So good.
Sense of time.
Legendary.
No Dave Weckl or Steve Gadd. Yeah.
You know, so it's not an all-encompassing legendary drummer. Name that tune, we'd be here all night.
Vaughn is flexing.
But I did look at a top 100 list from like Rolling Stone, and I just picked through that. So
Wait,
Nice.
no Phil Collins?
In the air tonight?
Boo boo.
anyway, while I mute everybody's microphone, no, I'm just kidding.
Ginger Baker.
Oh man! Well, each week, you guys, we put our special guests on the hot seat.
Wait.
I do this every week, don't I?
Yeah, I have to interject more
Every week.
often. Yeah.
Yeah,
Who's the
you-
winner? Who's the
I
winner?
just need to give you a switch over there to like just smack me.
Mute him.
But you didn't let me finish. Each week we put our special guest on the hot seat to pick a number. See where
job.
I'm going with this?
Yes.
To pick a number to tell somebody who wins some shiz. How many players did we have tonight?
We only had Quattro. 4.
4. Just like last week, right? That's all right.
Yeah.
That means it's more chances for you to win.
We
All
had
right.
6,000 playing, but just try to choose between 1 and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We couldn't include everyone.
like
Pick a number between 1 and infinity.
real talk. I've had this thought, like, what if we did have like 200 people playing while we were doing lives, down the road
We'd have
sometime.
to make a wheel.
Maybe a wheel, or could you write down 200 names? I don't think I would want to even do that. So we'd have to figure something out.
It would get me out of playing the game and embarrassing myself.
I think Jordan needs an assistant.
Then an assistant to the assistant.
Perhaps an assistant.
A double assistant.
An intern.
So I actually have a suggestion, if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
You make this thing called a Kahoot. So you actually have the questions pre-made, and people can log in and play it on their device, whatever they're using, and they click between like 4 options, or they can type in their answer, and you get real time who answered it the fastest.
No shit.
And it grades you, and it gives you first, second, third, fourth.
It's called Kahoot.
Kahoot. I use it in school. Yeah.
You sound like a technology guy.
Right?
Kahoot.
That's kind of my deal.
I'm gonna look into this. We might roll this into next
And
week.
it's got a cute name.
He's
and,
played
it's got game music. So,
Even better.
So it's like being on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
But
That's what you're
for
telling
kids.
Me. But for children.
He played
Perfect.
Xbox.
But we
once
are
or twice.
children, so it doesn't matter.
I was going to say, that's perfect for all of our listeners.
We're gonna send a shout out to Jack Hearn tuning in from California. That is Jordan's father tuning in with us out in California. All right, so Kahoot next week, but this week we're going to do a little drum roll. And Paul, we're going to get you to give us a number 1 to 4.
3.
3? Who do we got, Jordan?
Dale Earnhardt.
Alicia.
Alicia,
yeah.
happy birthday! All right, Alicia, jump into my DMs and let me know if you want some koozies, if you'd like some hot sauce, or if you'd like, we got some stickers, which
yeah.
you're going to get anyway.
We have these new
The
snazzy
Intimidator.
stickers.
Oh,
Yeah, sticker time.
Dale Earnhardt, the day NASCAR died.
And we also have some
Damn
guitar
right.
pick necklaces that we'd be happy to send you as well. So just let us know what you like to do.
All right. Alicia, make sure you follow me now. I
I
picked
don't
your
know what
number.
you like
Ah,
to do.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And be sure to follow Drums and Rums
Yes.
on your various.
Because he made you a winner, baby.
Yeah, winner, baby.
Highly underrated movie quote. I don't know what you like to do.
Oh, Patty Hearn, she chimed in. She said, Dad wants to play, but he's shy. Oh, Jack is shy? I don't think Jack is that shy.
Have a
Right.
cocktail.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Yeah, works for all of us. It definitely works for me at the end of the show, at least. Oh, man. Well, you guys, going into our next segment, I know that each week, now that I've been reminded to pick winners, each week we put our special guest on the hot seat. And I know that he's been chomping in the bit for this. This is one of our favorite segments, inspired by the late, great James Lipton, legendary host of Inside the Actor Studio. This is Inside
Edition.
the Lipton Tea. Get that refill.
So,
You're gonna need it.
real quick question before you start. Have you had your answers mapped out for a while, or are you going off the cusp?
Off the cusp,
The cusp.
the cuff.
The cup.
The cups? What
The
cups?
cup. Off the cup.
We're going off the cups, the cucks,
The cucks?
the clucks.
Or is it, do you have them? Do you know what you're gonna?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm so excited.
No pre-answers, huh?
No, he sent me the form, to do the little pre-show stuff, and I'm like, I have to think and stuff.
Never filled it out. Never sent it to me.
But I have
Wing it.
yes. So, but I have
Wing it.
watched the show.
I know that's what I mean. So you're like, well,
I know
In the know.
questions. So as many of my hours of driving over the last couple months listening to the show. So
Well-
all right. I do have a good one for the curse word.
Perfect. Welcome to Inside the Lipton Tea. My name is Brad Brock. You see what I'm doing here is on the post show, I'm going to edit all of this out so that we get right into the meat and
Should
potatoes.
do green tea shots during the Lipton tea hour. Tea, green tea.
Listen, man, I'm just trying to get through it with my head on straight. But if you want to get up and make some green tea shots, I'm not going to say
Have
no.
no
Don't
idea
do
how
it.
to.
Sounds like a great idea.
Let's sub it out.
Yeah.
Welcome to Inside the Lipton Tea. My name is Brad Brock, playing the part of James Lipton, legendary host of Inside the Actor Studio. I'm here with Paul Robertson, drummer and host of Drums and Rums Podcast. Paul, are you ready?
Nope.
Well, here we go anyway. What is your favorite word?
Shit.
Okay.
That's a good one. That's a great one.
I was thinking drums or rum.
Oh.
No.
You can smell it. You can taste it.
Cowbell?
What all great songs have.
Cowbell. What is your least favorite word?
No.
That's a pretty common one. What
Moist.
turns you on?
Moist.
Is this a one-word answer? Or
No.
No.
Well, it doesn't have to be.
Moist and wet.
I'll drink anything.
Good
that's
rhythm.
wet.
Good, yeah, there you go.
Rhythm. What turns you off?
Not good.
No.
Curdled milk.
That's pretty bad. You should have been here on Halloween.
Oh, I know. I
those
saw.
jelly
I
beans.
remember that.
Oh, we still have some.
What is it? Curdled milk?
Can I guess?
We'll
Like
touch
raw
on.
milk?
Let's get through this segment. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
What is your?
I love milk.
What sound or noise
Got milk?
do you love?
Sound of drums.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Sound of guitar.
I haven't swore yet on this show, but fuck you. You can kiss my ass.
All right. Well,
What is your
That's why you're a
favorite?
drummer.
What is your favorite curse word?
motherfucker?
Yeah.
best one.
Motherfucker.
Bring her here.
What profession other than your own would you like to try?
This is interesting. After the Nashville trip, was like a music historian.
Yeah.
After going to the Nashville, the Country Music Hall of Fame, which I would have never thought I would have been to the Country Music Hall of Fame before the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but I was just totally like,
It's wild,
this-
isn't it?
I'm like just taking it all in. Again, not being a country guy, right? But anyway, but yeah,
Awesome.
I thought you were going to say a
Very
bartender in Nashville.
yeah.
Hey.
Porn star.
And what job would you not do under any circumstance?
Anything with some type of blood and guts, whether it's medical or surgery or whatever. Yeah, that's not.
Oh,
Yeah,
I feel
I
you.
can't watch that.
Yep. I feel that.
If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Going down.
I think he made a wrong turn in Albuquerque.
We get that.
Yes! Inside the lifted T! Well done. Well
I don't
done.
get
You-
it.
You made it through the lifted T.
Vaughn,
don't
it's
either.
old people speak.
Oh, yeah.
I figured that. Can you spell Albuquerque?
It's when cartoons were cartoons.
Well, you guys, coming up next,
ALB.
we'll get our midweek motivation from Tony Espinosa. But what do you guys say we do another jam?
Yeah.
How about
I
another
say
little jam
hell
session?
Yeah.
But I want you to play some lead on this one, though, Brock.
No, I don't do lead.
Yeah, you do. You just don't know it yet.
No, see, I can't play lead because I'm playing bass.
Ah, I can play bass. Just tell me the key.
No, he doesn't do lead. Jordan takes the lead all
Yes,
the time.
I
No
know.
leads. No leads. All rhythm. I'm like the guy in that one Dire Straits song.
No, you're not.
I don't make it cry. I'll
No,
sing.
you're not.
Maybe I'll get down on a little something, something.
Get down with your bad self. Go cut a rug.
Get down on a little something, something.
Go cut a rug.
All right.
I'm actually was waiting for Vaughn to get up and stand up out of that chair and let it rip.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Not today.
Let's get one of those 1980s 20-minute guitar solos going.
Don't threat him with a guitar.
Ask Brad about it. He'll do it.
Right.
Man, I am just sending things flying. I have a lot going on my desk this week.
You need a bigger desk.
I need to build
Yeah.
a new set completely.
The whole room size.
Yeah.
All right, so this is completely unrehearsed, ladies and gentlemen. So, what do you guys want to get down on? What do you feel like doing? A little jams?
Hit it, Brad.
Plus a beat.
I don't know. I do. I have one though.
All right, what do you got, Brad?
How about hard to handle?
All right, an A.
In A.
All right.
1, 2. Oh, this. You start this off, Paul.
Ah, there it is.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let me help you out. There it is. I said, baby, here I am, I'm a man on your seat. I can give you what you want, but you got to come on with me. I have got some good on loving and I got some on soul. But when I get through letting on, you wanna come back for more. All the rain that come by the dozen, ain't nothing but tears in love. That'll fill them like chemicals. Mama, I'm smart, I have a nice ride. Said actions be louder than words, and I'm a man of great experience. I know you got another man, but I can treat you better than him. Take my hand, don't be afraid, I'm gonna prove everyone I say. I'm advertising love on free, so you blaze you right with me. All the things that come by the dozen, ain't nothing but tears in love. Man, your chemicals, mama, I'm smarter and a nice ride. So on and now. Come on, Vaughan. Listen, baby, here I am, I'm a man on your seat. I can give you what you want, but you got to come on home with me. I have got some good on loving and I got some more so. When I get through, let it on, you wanna come back for more. For the things that come by the dozen, ain't nothing but tears in love. That'll thing in the night, you can't close, so mama, I'm smarter and a nice ride. So high, so on and now.
Woo! Awesome. You guys you should have a band.
Super group right there.
Yeah. It's like you guys have rehearsed together before.
Wow.
We know a thing or two about a thing or two.
Yeah. True.
When you put a bunch of musicians in a room, you tell them what key to play in, and they just play.
And they just do it. You know.
That's right.
You just do it.
It's easy.
That's Chris
Oh,
Springer
man.
has a nice philosophy. He tells me the key, and we play the song, and we go for it.
And we go for it. I still need to come out and check out your show. Since you're here, Vaughan, I mean, I guess we should talk a little bit about all the things you got going on.
You don't have to.
No, but
Nah, let's do it, man.
but let's talk just maybe a little bit about Jackson Springs, which is super cool. Tell us
Yeah,
about
so
it.
it's a duo act. Chris Springer and myself do. We have a regular rolling gig at the Square Grouper in Jupiter. We're playing there actually this Saturday from 3 to 6,
Oh, nice.
and every other Saturday. So it's been a great little gig for us. It gets me out of the house and gets me playing again. And
Sure.
You know, I have a family at home, so it's a nice little.
Distraction.
It's not a distraction. It gets me out and playing. You know,
That's good.
Keeps
It's not
it-
my day job, so I love playing music. I grew up around music. I've always loved music, so it gets me out there, and it for us musicians, I guess you'd say it scratches that itch for us.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So it's a wonderful place to play. I love the Square Grouper down there. Beautiful view.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful cocktails.
Yes.
The
Indeed.
spicy margarita is phenomenal.
Beautiful everything.
Yeah. So it's a wonderful place. I love playing there with Chris. We have a great time there playing it. Great people. And yeah, that's what we're doing right now. We've played a few other things. Last Friday we played this in the park thing. It was actually on the news on WPTV last Friday. So
I
that
saw
was awesome.
that.
Yeah, it was awesome. What's the name? I forget the name of the production company, but they're great. He was awesome. Tim was awesome.
Nice.
And it was a great time. I love playing music, and especially with Chris too. Chris is such a great musician to play
Absolutely.
with. He's got a great voice, great sense of rhythm. He has his own thing about him. It's a wonderful thing to play with, and I love playing with him.
It's
It's
awesome.
great.
It's very cool.
And we have the duo Jackson Springs.
Yes.
And if you want to hear more, come down to the Square Grouper.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God, Speed Racer outside. Yeah, we'll get the applause for that, for sure. So I don't want to dive too far into you, Vaughan, because
Yeah.
I want to invite you to come and be our guest.
Oh.
Because we met just recently
Yeah.
at Shindig after one of my shows, and we had the most. I'm not lying, man. You blew my mind. We had such a great conversation, and I was blown away by your stories, and I would definitely love to have you back and invite Paul to come back and you just flip flop spots and
Maybe we'll get Chris on too if he's not
yeah,
there.
Chris, you son of a bitch.
His mother's a saint.
But I would love to have you on and dive into your story. Absolutely.
Yes.
So thank you so much for being here tonight.
Oh,
your
thank you,
chops are
guys.
amazing. I'm so glad I got to hear you play
it's
tonight.
all right. They're all right, man. It's
Listen to this guy. You hear him over there?
Yeah, I'm glad you guys all found each other.
standard blues material.
The blues is the blues, man. Well, you guys, we're going to get into our midweek motivation where our good friend Tony Espinosa gives us a little kick in the butt to get through the rest of our week. So take some notes. This is your midweek motivation.
BradBrock.com. How you doing, my friend? Happy Wednesday, jams and cocktails. Hope everyone's doing good. If you're watching this, I couldn't make it tonight. I do apologize. But it leads me into what I want to talk about, persistence. I'm on a journey right now, and I've hit an obstacle, which I love obstacles. Obstacles are the way. Without obstacles, you never grow, you never learn, you never figure out what you have to do the next time around to make this ride a little smoother. So I want to talk about persistence. A lot of people have ideas and dreams, and they get into a new job and they just give up. They just quit. They start working on something. They hit an obstacle and they feel that they can't get through it and they just give up. You're not being persistent. You have to push through. You have to keep asking your mentors, keep asking your trainers, keep asking your managers, what's next? What's next? How would you do this? Here's how I would do this. You need to keep pushing for what you want. Keep driving forward for what you want. If you just give up on yourself, do you think anybody else is going to help you? I've been interviewing with this potential mentor that I'm thinking about hiring. She's an amazing woman. Everyone that I work with, she's taking them to the next level. And I'm ready to make 7 figures. I'm done making 6 figures. I've been making 6 figures most of my adult life. And I'm ready to make 7 figures. And everyone she's worked with is making 7 figures. But I have to be persistent. Every time we talk, she asks about things that we talked about last time. And if I'm not consistent, if I'm not intentional, and if I'm not persistent by accomplishing these small tasks and goals and things she asks me, she's going to pass. She will look at the money that I'm trying to give her and be like, no, because you don't want it. If you want it, be persistent, be intentional, and you'll get there. Do not give up on yourself. If you give up on you, then don't expect anybody to try to help you. So be persistent. Go after what you want with all your heart, and I promise you, you will get there. BradBrock.com. I love you, my friend. I'll talk to you soon. Be well.
Oh, yeah. Tony Espinosa.
Tony.
Persistence is key, man. It's good. We kind of preach that on the regular here, at least on this show.
We persistently drink.
That's accurate. It's totally accurate.
It's good to be good at something.
Absolutely.
True.
Whatever it is.
True. Well, we have reached the point in our show where we get into our shameless plugs. So we like to turn things over to our featured guest to shamelessly plug all the things that we want to talk about in what is it called? God damn it.
Are you talking?
Is that English?
The rum.
What's this called?
In our shameless plugs.
Shameless.
Shame.
All right, Paul, tell us what you got going on.
All right, so I don't out there, not a performer, so do my day job, so I'll be out there, mowing the grass this weekend probably, doing some of the chores around the house, things like that, doing the typical dad thing. But seriously, so check out the podcast there, Drums and Rums, and so you can follow us there on social media. Drums and Rums.
And you got several spots. It's Facebook. You have an Instagram.
Right.
What are some of the podcast platforms that you're on as well?
Yeah, so we pretty much every the main platforms. Apple Podcasts. We're out there on Spotify now. It's interesting seeing some of the stats for the podcast where it's like the podcast host that I have gives me some stats as far as where people are listening from, and the numbers and so forth. What I would really love to try to get to by the end of the year is a couple things of stretch goals. And again, as challenging as it's been this year is, would love to get to at least 25. Like I said, I'm almost there, nice. And I've got a few things queued up for it's going to be a busy this month and next to really push through it. Do have what I'm looking to do is a reunion kind of show for the guests that have been on this year, right? Cool. So, Mr. Brock, I'll be reaching out to you, and it'd be love to do some type of, whether as I think you suggested was whether it's video clips or something or live and so forth.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
So, it'd be great to kind of see some of the guys, like maybe hopefully Jared or some of those guys that have been kind of keeping going on social media. And everything from, try to get to the end of the year, and then as well as is hopefully get 1,000 downloads. Again, I think trying to keep the things moving and so forth. So I think that's somewhat attainable because I think when you look, I started this kind of like, all right, this is kind of cool. I'm gonna do this thing and so forth, and I'm kind of maybe gone at it as very haphazardly and very spontaneously and so forth, and any other big words that Vaughan will probably correct my spelling on. I look back.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yes, hashtag.
Coincidentally, I just want to mention that was one of our guests' favorite word in the Lipton tea.
Yeah.
Supercalifragilistic.
I'm sorry. Really hard to spell.
That's a tough one. But like, I mean, I think Brad is saying you look at who were people listening, I'm just kind of very blown away by the people who've picked up on the podcast through however it may be. Again, one of the stats it was showed that was like every continent in the world, there's been at least a listener from Australia to Asia to Europe to Africa.
That's cool.
South America, etc. Like, shit, somebody's interested in what shit I'm talking about, and then so I mean that's again, it must mean something, Again, I really appreciate all the folks that have been listening through. Again, I see a lot of repeat places that have been listening from, so I really appreciate those folks that have been doing that. So we'll see where it goes. Again, I've got a lot of shows here trying to get lined up. A lot of craziness going on. I'm trying to persevere through and trying to hit 25
Nice word.
Podcast. Thank you,
Persevere.
sir.
Persevere.
So I think that was an SAT question. I before E except after C.
Incorrect.
There.
Thank you, Speak and Spell. So
He almost let that one fly by. He almost got it.
Keyword is almost.
almost horseshoes and hand grenades. But yeah,
Wrong. Hand grenades comes first. The A's before the O.
fuck. I cannot
Listen.
wait. I cannot wait for Vaughan to be in the hot seat. Now I'm going to be on the
neither.
fucking panel.
Be throng grenades at
Yeah.
you soon.
I got some.
Hot seat.
Good thing I was on Jersey Shore catching all those grenades.
Hey.
Yeah, that's a situation right there. He'd let himself go.
No,
He's jacked now, dude. He came out of prison. He's looking. Well,
No.
he's got his own protein line and everything.
he
Follow him
wasn't.
on Instagram.
He wasn't the
Dude's huge.
situation. He wasn't a situation. He was the explanation.
Is so anyway, yeah. So I mean, so the shameless plugs
Make a
there.
t-shirt.
Check us out on social media. Facebook.com, Drums and Rums. And again, you Google search it. You're gonna just type in Drums and Rums. Everything's plural, and you'll be able to hit everything pretty much. First search, the website, same thing. drumsandrums.com. Social media. The only thing on Instagram is I got gypped out of the S on Rums. So I'm Drums and Rum on Instagram.
Sons
or
of
whatever.
bitches.
Bad.
Well, I will say
Delete
we
the
just
spaces. Delete the spaces.
we just put up on our website. We have a link called Links, and
Is it like Zelda?
Yeah,
kind of like that.
Wow.
I know,
A
very
link
fun.
called Link.
we
But-
got that.
But let me explain. Let me
Sweet
explain.
vocabulary, Brad.
Old guys.
We locked that down.
Let me explain. It's
The
very important.
explanation.
It's a
Spell the word.
on the page, on the links page, it's links to everything that we've talked about on our podcasts. So that if there's something that is mentioned, like, because we don't always go, oh, we're talking about this thing and you can go and visit, we just kind of go over it. But I've gone back and said, oh, we talked about this, like Operation Song and things like that. And so on that link on jncpodcast.com, on the links,
You
you
minx.
could see all the links to all the links that you want to get in touch with. So
Wow.
That's
No.
a
How about
lot
that?
of links.
Yes.
You minx.
Yeah.
links.
And again, Brad is listening to the show. There is and hopefully those that listen to Drums and Rums, you get a chance to listen to something new, learn something about a person or an artist, exactly. Again, there's been some that have been bands and so forth. And one of the things I try to showcase is a guest that actually has original music, is to put that right in front of the start of the show, right?
Yes.
Again, give them some avenue to get their stuff out there, whether it's a couple local musicians or again other folks that I have on there. Brad's been on there, been able to put his stuff together, because again, I think we're all trying to help each other out. I think once COVID is hopefully over all the faux people that have started up podcasts because they got nothing fucking to do in their house to go by the wayside, and us who want to continue this shit, right?
We get our time to shine.
Right, yeah. It's like go back to being a stand-up comic or whatever. But again, I've learned a lot on your stuff that you've had on, and I think I've told you that is going and checking out some of the things that I've heard. Again, like your last guest and so forth. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm trying to put some other merch out there for anyone who's interested, and whether it's some kind of rum related things. I am working on.
Let's see that. Let's see that shirt that you're wearing right now.
So this is a
model it. Get up.
Walk. Right there.
The catwalk.
That's hot. Yeah. Wait, I can show you the back right there.
There it is.
Hey.
So this was a design, again, I had to thank Mr. Springer. He stated it very much and obvious to me. It was talking about, it was early in October, and amongst my hurricane things, I said, it'd be great if I had something that was Halloween. He goes, well, duh, spirits and Halloween. And I go, well, duh, yeah, spirits in a bottle, spirits and Halloween, and so forth. So a friend of mine had designed the shirt. I gave her some ideas that I was looking for. I said, it's like, here's what I've got. Here's the ideas. Threw it against the wall. She came up with some ideas. We marked it up and put it out there on Teespring to go ahead and download and check it out. So it's been a comfortable shirt. And I think Mr. Jackson there said, I said, make sure I get some rash guard shirts for the, beach wear people and so forth. And again, I don't know. I've always thought of it like a previous little dad band that I was in, before hooking up with Chris and Vaughan, was the Lord's Leisure. And I said, that's a great friggin' name that we like, again, it's a whole merchandise, shirts, and
absolutely,
Florida. Yeah.
It's like borderline Margaritaville. Yeah.
I said it. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Again, with the great vocab.
Yes.
It's all about merchandising.
Yes. So kids that are listening and they're staying up late this Friday on the vocab test, Mr. Jackson will be going over a few words, tactile and malleable and
tutoring.
So,
Lord.
But
Joke's on you. I can't spell.
You can always look it up. Ask Siri.
Supercalifragilistic.
Yeah, and you also have this shirt that I'm wearing.
Yes.
But I think I need a dry fit shirt for sure next time.
Well, actually,
Good Lord, you
Why do you
guys.
sweat so much? What's the
Bro,
deal, man?
I don't know, man. It doesn't even smell bad.
What do you like
excited.
after a show? What do you
Actually
look
smells
like
really
after-
nice.
What do you look like after a show? Are you just drenched?
Oh yeah, it's hormones.
Oh my God, after a show. So
Like
most people are
estrogen
like,
levels
why do you
or-
always wear black when you perform? And I'm like, because
Slimming?
because I could get the whole shirt
slender
completely
color.
wet and it's still black.
It's
Yeah, dude.
negative color.
Listen, though, nobody sweats more than Stephen D. Hunt, who coincidentally is his whole family. We just read a post from him. His whole family
yeah.
is like down with COVID right now.
Ooh.
So the whole household is going through it, but they're doing okay and they're getting through it. But this guy, he brings like
He's
six,
adorable, yeah.
He brings like 6 T-shirts to the show, and he'll go through all of them. I've gone.
Oh, even when he was here, when he was on the show, he went through what, like 3 shirts?
Yeah, like 3 shirts
What?
just
Yeah.
here in the lounge.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
2 or 3.
But-
That's impressive.
So yeah, he
Yeah.
doesn't sweat, or I don't sweat nearly as much as him. But
Baxter, I'm not even mad. I'm impressed.
but this is
Whole
pretty.
village hates
So when you get those dry fit shirts, let me get one of
You gotta-
those.
So yeah,
great quote.
So that shirt, right, is only for guests. So
I was
there-
a guest, by the way. I
Yes.
just want to throw that out there.
So you get one.
So yes, so
To
there was a
use.
few. There's a few.
Yes, I'm a piece
yeah.
of shit. I mean,
Well, I'm going to tell you what. My favorite thing.
Well, you either have to have a
that is a
rum
cool shirt.
company or
Well,
play
actually,
drums.
I think the band I was in with Vaughan is I think he was a better drummer than I was. So actually,
I did start out playing drums.
Yes.
How about that?
I did.
So we caught up on
Not as
Monday
good.
night, and it was so funny because I was like, I almost put the shirt on to wear on Monday night to go meet with Ringo to talk about his radio show. And you hit me up and you were like, hey, I'm gonna pop by and have a beer with you guys. And I was like, cool, I'm gonna put on my Drums and Rum shirt. And then I was like, no, I want to wear that for Wednesday. And so I put on a different shirt. I get there and he rolls in with this shirt on, and Ringo rolls in with this shirt on, and I was the odd man out.
You fucked
There's this
up.
thing, Brock. There's this thing called laundry. Don't know if you've heard of it.
The wash machine.
Listen,
He didn't get the memo.
nothing gets done on Tuesdays and Wednesdays because of podcast day.
Hey, Brad's got so much money, he just throws his clothes out.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wish I had that.
Yeah.
Only Paul would have known that you wore the shirt
I wish I could
twice.
turn my garage into a
But you see what
podcast.
happens to this shirt?
Yeah, you can't have gray.
Are you sure? Are you sure or unsure?
Gray man can't
Definitely
breathe.
unsure. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, if you throw all your stuff out after wearing it, that's the great thing about being Scottish, right? Is you don't have to do other laundry services.
Aye.
Hey, you didn't even talk about that.
Well, let's talk about it.
All right. Well, okay. Well,
Let's taco about
Well,
it.
let's talk about it.
Taco about it.
No, Vaughn say no.
I'm lost. I don't get it.
No, yeah, no, and
It's 2020,
To
I don't get it.
kind of come back a little bit. I know we're shameless plugging here, but again, I have to plug, my folks, and probably a lot of kids that are my age, the Gen Xers and old guy stuff, or
Dirt?
quote unquote dirt. Yes, thank you, dirt Diggler.
Joe?
Is that you?
Joe Dirte.
Mike check one two. Mike check one two. Yeah, they both work.
Yeah. But both of them, a lot of kid, sit in the back of the station wagon growing up in the 80s, listen to the music and the British invasion and so forth. So I know there's not a big fans of the Beatles.
Oh,
It's where I'm not, I don't want to kind of generalize, but I know that's always seem to come up on the, but
Why are you looking at me when you say
I
Listen.
was cross-eyed. I was
Listen,
looking at
here's
him.
Here's
Oh,
the
you were
thing.
trying
Yeah.
not to- okay.
So here's the thing you have to know
Yeah.
about the Beatles. So a lot of people don't appreciate their music because it was pop, but you have to appreciate the songwriting and the musical ability of the Beatles. So
See, let me tell you though, Vaughn. Let me
And
stop you right there.
I'm not a big Beatles fan either.
Let me stop you right there. Jordan just doesn't like that every JORDY Files
Was a Beatles.
when there's an on this day in the 60s, there was something about the Beatles
every single day
every single day.
of the whole 60s, maybe even 70s.
They were the biggest thing, man.
They re-revolutionized pop music,
They
popular
did.
music.
hey, when you had haircuts like that, it's just immortalized forever.
So there
true.
was something. So both my folks had come over from Scotland. So I'm a first generation. Right. So
Welcome to our country.
thank you.
He said first generation,
Yeah.
brother.
Where's your green card?
Yeah.
Welcome to the
I'm from
legendary
East, I'm
JNC
from East
Lounge.
LA.
That guy?
So no, but yeah, I mean, growing up, obviously very pop Brit stuff, and a lot of music influenced and so forth. And even when my mother came over in the mid '60s or so, when the Beatles came over in '64, she had already had a friend. I guess she told me had come to the U.S. or vice versa, but had known about the Beatles before, like they hit the big time. Obviously they came to the U.S. and then of course the Ed Sullivan Show exploded them and so forth, right? So obviously we're very Beatles family, right? And obviously from the UK and so forth. But yeah, there's a lot there.
Roy Gallagher fans? Roy Gallagher fans?
No,
like,
no,
What?
no,
What?
no. Yeah, are we gonna fight now?
He's like, no.
Do you want to
Yeah.
fight about it?
Bloody hell!
Roy Gallagher, one of the best guitar players of all time.
I don't know who that is.
Cricket.
Yeah. Didn't we see the
Google
answer?
it.
Didn't you see the answer to the Lipton tea question about that already?
Comment section, please help me out here. If there's any guitar players out there, Roy Gallagher, incredible guitarist.
Oh, Gallagher. I love when he would break those big watermelons with a sledgehammer. Oh, and we got it.
Stupid. That's so good.
One of the longest running custom shop models, a Fender custom shop, is the Roy Gallagher model. Incredible guitar player. If you're a guitar player, don't know who Roy Gallagher is, you need to check him
Well,
out.
fuck, I'm not a guitar player, so I don't need to know who he is.
Dude, I couldn't play a musical instrument to save my life.
Oh boy.
Explains a lot about you.
Yes. He got all the musical
Yeah,
talent.
and while you
I
guys,
think he got everything.
while you guys were playing, I made a sign that said the models and an arrow to us.
What does he model? Gloves?
No, my
Oh,
talents lie
It's
other
hair.
places.
Hair? Where?
Shaved off.
Chest?
Lord,
God, no.
I can't deal with y'all people.
Okay.
All right,
Over here.
So anyway, so I'll shut up my shame and plugs, and we'll move on. So
Oh my
Who
god.
left
yeah, to the left, to the left, my left,
Like
your right.
Beyond, I don't know.
No, I think we should just. I think
Serve
we
the
should just
pizza.
keep this going. I think we
Wild
should
and
just,
crazy guy.
Both of them.
I think we should just keep it going. Oh,
Anyway.
well, thank you for your shameless plugs.
Yes.
Anybody else have any shameless plugs tonight? Vaughan, maybe.
Jackson Springs Duo Act playing this Saturday at Square Grouper in Jupiter.
What time do you guys start up there?
3 o'clock. 3 to 6.
So early.
Yeah, so they were been flip flopping hours with the COVID stuff.
That's
so we
good
were
drinking
doing
time.
like 7 to 10, and but we originally started from 3 to 6, and that's what we're back at.
Right.
I enjoy playing during the day though.
It is nice out there.
You know what I mean?
Oh, the
You have
weather's gonna be great this weekend.
and now you have the sunset now at like 5.
Are you guys at Jupiter or Fort Pierce?
The Jupiter one.
In Jupiter, nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Also, if you guys are ever on the West Coast, my father-in-law is a killer bass player and killer keyboard player and killer singer. His band's called the F Cats. They play in Tampa area, like Beatles, top 40, 80s, 90s rock stuff. I mean, killer band. You ever get a chance, check them out. Also, I'll plug my father, Joe Roy Jackson Band. You ever get a chance, check them out on Spotify or iTunes or wherever you get your music from. You can go check him out. YouTube. Check him out. Killer blues player. He's in the National Blues Hall of Fame. Killer singer, killer guitar player, killer slide guitar player if you guys like slide guitar. Check him out.
I'm so
Yeah.
Brad. I'm Ubering home for Vaughn's feature show here. So because
We have a spare room.
We do.
Oh,
we do
okay.
have accommodations
Okay.
Yes.
for our guests.
The backyard's very
No.
comfy.
Oh, I,
Very comfy.
I have
that'll be
a
good.
funny comment to read really quick. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Let's hear it.
So Drew K says, watching on YouTube, Hendrix was asked who he thought was the best guitar player. He said, "I don't know. Ask Rory Gallagher."
Rory Gallagher.
Incredible guitar player.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, you ain't never heard Roy Gallagher play guitar.
I just thought that
you
was
need to check him out.
Hilarious.
He's Irish though, so that's probably why you don't like him. But
yeah. There's a war started.
He's Irish.
That's too funny, man.
no, killer guitar player though. If you guys never heard of Roy Gallagher, you need to go check out his stuff. Singer, guitar player, really incredible. A lot of the big name guitar players really looked up to him. Clapton, Beck, all those guys really looked up to Roy Gallagher. He really was another innovator of the electric guitar.
Nice.
He's the only one that back then played up a beat up Strat. No one else played a beat up Strat.
Right, everything was beautiful, and
Yeah.
pristine. Yeah,
He played an old beat up Strat that had no paint on it and just wailed.
I'll check it out. I'll
Yeah.
check it out. Now, was
Tattooed Lady,
a
Bad
soloist or was he in a band of some sort?
A band. He was in a high powered, like early rock and roll band.
I'll check it out.
Bad Penny, Tattooed Lady, a nice ballad is A Million Miles Away.
Fun
Killer
trivia
guitar
fact:
player.
Rory Gallagher and myself have the same birthday.
What?
March
Died of
2nd.
alcoholism, but yeah.
Small world.
March 2nd, about 60
Jams and
years
cocktails.
before me.
60 years, yeah. Drew
Yeah, the live
from
version's
Texas, he said Bad Religion is his favorite by Rory.
Yeah, great,
so we'll
great
check out-
tunes, man.
We're
Great
going to check it
tunes.
out. We're going to check it out.
Yeah.
Post show.
Peep it.
Anybody else have any shameless plugs? Jordan, Steve?
Oh.
Nobody?
No, everything I say is shameless.
Thank
Hair
God.
plugs? Hair plugs, Steve?
Oh, the guitar. I mean, the
All right, the funny thing is, I got more hair than Brad. I just don't grow mine out.
It's true. I just
You
wear a
really
hat.
do. Computer. Computer shameless plug.
Oh,
Oh, your
Do you have the-
computers.
do you have the
oh, we haven't
video
done that in a
still?
long time.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have the graphic. I don't think I have it.
Crickets.
Well, Steve builds computers. If you
I
need
build
a custom,
high-end computers on the side.
He built my computer.
I built Brad's, the one that's running this one.
thank God, so we can run the.
I just like
show.
building them, so I don't charge to put them together. I just like putting them together. It's like big man Lego sets.
Yeah. Very happy.
Legos for adults.
Very happy for the
fun.
Lego set.
Yes, we love our Lego set.
All right,
adult
well,
Legos.
then it comes to me, I suppose, for shameless plugs. So I just want to say thank you again to all of you tuning in and hanging out with us live tonight. If you are listening in on the podcast or watching the rerun, come and have some fun with us live on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. We'd love to get you involved. Yes, indeed. But wherever you're tuning in, please take a moment to
creepy.
I know. Please
Let
take
me use
a
my strong hand.
Please take a moment to follow our podcast, like our Facebook page, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All of those links are. Why is everybody laughing so hard? All of those links are in the description of the video.
Just grip it firmly.
From the movie, right?
Yeah.
The strong hand.
They get it in the turkey.
It is almost Thanksgiving. Oh my God.
Oh, damn.
I do want to send a big shout out to our sponsors, Code Rum.
Yeah.
Our friends. Yeah. Why not? Oh, she took the bottle away from me. But cheers.
Time out.
Oh my God! Look at this.
Look at like a gift from
Yeah,
heaven.
it is. Oh, you're getting there.
Damn, half that bottle's gone.
Oh, I gotta give it back to you. I gotta give it back. So cheers, Code Rum. I also want to send a shout out to our friends at Hop Life Brewing, the Sneaky Tiki, and Treasure Coast Entertainment. Check them out and support local. Super important. We'd love to do that. I do have a few one-man band shows coming up this week. You can check me out at
we saw those earlier.
Come hang out with me tomorrow night. I'll be at Manatee Island in Fort Pierce at 5:30 p.m. weather permitting, of course. Friday, I will be at Hurricane Grill in Stewart. That is the one on Indian Street up by US 1, not the one in Palm City. I do play both of those places, but this one is in Stewart. I'll be there at 6 p.m. This is my debut there, so I'm very excited to be there. Saturday afternoon, I'll be at Costa de Esta Beach Resort in Vero Beach. I'll be there at 2 p.m. And rounding out my work week, quote unquote, I will be at Blue Point Bar and Grill in Tequesta. So come and say hi. Check me out at any of these places, and we'll have a good time. I do want to say that you can find all of my show dates on my free mobile app. You can go and check out the Brad Brock mobile app. It's free and available in your favorite app store. And it is for Apple or Android. So regardless of what you got, there's Chris Springer. Did you see him on there? Speak of the devil, we got all kinds of cool stuff in there. So check it out. It's a refreshing change from getting all your info from social media. So you can even make requests sitting at your seat. And right from the app, it comes to my tablet on stage, and I'll play your song. And my whole song list is there. So it's a good time. There's a lot of phones in this ad, isn't there? How about that? But you go check it out. Go and join that app.
There's Chris Springer again. Very beautiful.
Again, right? This guy.
When you're making requests, Brad's favorite request is Stairway to Freebird.
Oh, it sure is.
I thought it was Chris Springer because it showed up on the app.
I know, right?
Somebody
Who's the
requested.
favorite?
Somebody
Shameless
recently requested Freebird, and I said no, I don't know that one.
You should just play the rock bar. Now.
Oh, no. But
Sometimes I do. I really skip through it.
I think
We
we
used to
did.
do that.
We did that. Yeah.
Oh, no.
They asked
Well,
for it.
yeah, we used to do a Chris Springer cover.
Yeah. Listen, Freebird is a great tune.
no.
It is. It's just super overplayed.
It's just, every drunk in the bar will at some point come up and go, hey, play Freebird, dude.
Drop a 20.
And we used to love it because me and my boys, when Brad used to play country music, somebody would always go up and do that. He would keep playing that song till we grabbed that son of a bitch and threw his ass out the back of the bar. Whoever requested it. So yeah, that was funny.
True story.
It's like a game.
I'm requesting Freebird.
Well, you guys, I also want to send out a shout out. Our good friend and Jams and Cocktails alumni, Kevin McLaughlin, is putting on an awesome concert at Terra Firmata in Stewart on December 6th. So we want to pack the place.
That's
for
an
it.
awesome place.
Yeah.
It's a $5 cover at the door, and the opening music is his daughter, who is a singer-songwriter. She's amazing. So it all starts at 4 p.m., and she takes the stage. I'll be right up the street at Sneaky Tiki that particular night, but as soon as I get done there, I'm packing up my shit, and I'm going right
You
down
said
to Terra.
The 6th?
That is
Sunday?
the 6th. It's the first Sunday of the month. So please go and check out Kevin McLaughlin. Like I said, I think you can pre-order the tickets. Check out terraformata.com, or you can just get them at the door. It's all good. It's all good. Also, we have partnered up with Zach Jones from Snorkelcorn Entertainment to broadcast live from his annual Christmas party. Nice. So as that develops, we'll give you all the details, but it will be a great night of music and catching up with some of the area's best musicians. So we may even get a visit from Santa Claus. Ooh. Who, if anybody had watched our podcasts prior, we did have a visit from Santa Claus delivering all the White Claws. And so we may have a reprise of Santa Claus at the Snorkelcorn Christmas event. So we will give you more info about that. And that has been my shameless plugs. Yeah.
One more shameless plug?
All the shameless plugs. Gotta wait for the crowd to die down.
I have one more, if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all.
So at the Sunlight Community Church off of Kashmir, they do this thing called the Winterfest.
Okay.
And it's like this huge event, right? And they're doing it this year. There's like bonfires where you can make s'mores. They're actually going to have a snow mountain this year, which is pretty sweet. It's the only place in the area that's gonna have like a snow mountain, though, like actual snow. So if you want to go to that, I think it's on December 9th.
I feel like that's
11th.
literally right around the corner from my house here.
Yeah, it's right down there. Yeah, right off of Kashmir.
Yeah,
So
I love snow.
They have the big music stage. They're gonna have like a bunch of different artists up there. There's actually the South Florida Dance Company is going to be there performing inside of their theater, inside of the building.
No
there.
kidding.
Yeah, it's a huge event. There's a whole bunch of stuff. There's different lighting displays. There's a whole bunch of stuff. If you go on to like Sunlight Community Church or Google it or something like that, and type in their Winterfest, all the information you need will come right up. I guess it's a huge event every year.
Awesome.
Yeah, so if
Very,
you guys are
very
interested
cool.
in doing something, if you're family oriented and want to go do something with your kids, have them see snow. If they've never seen snow, there will be a snow mountain.
I'm stoked.
What I'm told.
Well, okay, so before you leave tonight, give me the link to that
Yes.
so I can put it on the links link
Yes.
on the link on the website.
Yes, they also have an app too. If you just Google Sunlight Church, they have an app that has all the information.
We'll check it out.
Yeah,
For sure. We love like doing all that
Community-based
stuff.
events.
Yeah, man. Very, very cool. Well, I feel like we're winding down a little bit here.
Time flew.
Time
It did.
doesn't it always? Doesn't it always, Jordan?
It does.
I mean, we're already half an hour over like our said time.
Yeah.
But I feel like we always get about this late.
Pretty much.
Is there like overtime?
There's always overtime.
Yeah.
We're in overtime right now.
Like, you know,
it's called jamming.
there you go. Oh, all right. Well, we can do that. We jam on out.
We're gonna have another jam.
Another
Jam
jam
it
jam.
out.
Sure.
Jam it
Another
out.
jam.
A jammy jam.
Let's do another jam.
Jammers.
All right.
Let's have another jam.
Jam it out.
Why not?
Let's do another
Just jam out.
Damn, that traffic jam. Traffic jam.
Traffic jam. No, let's don't do traffic jam.
Maybe traffic jam when you're already late.
Jam out with your Brock out.
So I have to
Ironic.
admit something. You were writing something on your board, and I was kind of eavesdropping and reading it, and I
Oh.
thought it was an announcement, so I almost said it.
No, it's just for Steve. I mean, it could
and
be.
then
for
I realized it was like a private message, and I was like, "Oh,
it could be for everyone. Could you see that?
Yeah,
Wow,
I can
nice.
see. Look at these glasses. You see the size of my eyeballs in these?
Yeah,
For God's
you can
sake.
see people on the atlas.
Shut up, Jordan.
On the Atlas.
That was a Tony joke. I stole it.
It's funny without the headphones on.
Yeah. Doesn't sound the same.
All right. I'm going to follow you. Use guys this time.
Your show.
Touche.
Douche. What?
I said touche.
Let's take a request from the people. What do the people want to hear?
Yeah, what
do you guys want to hear out there?
everyone?
Freebird.
First one to chime in. Oh, so you playing Beatles, LOL, Drew says.
Son of a bitch.
Worst band ever. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
I was kidding.
Careful with that language in
I
here.
said
There's
kidding.
families.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. FCC, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So no one's got a request.
There's a little bit of a delay. So if we
Yeah, so it's
ask
gonna take a
things, it
moment.
takes a minute.
I'm so impatient.
Oh my God, there's my guitar.
There it is.
Go ahead, do a Beatles song, Brad.
I don't know any Beatles songs, man. I don't play anything by the Beatles. Oh my God.
Blackbird. That's like,
Blackbirds in
Born by
the
the
dead
Bayou,
of
Stevie Ray
night.
Vaughan.
Oh, Born on the Bayou.
Yeah.
CCR.
Stevie Ray Vaughan. He spelled Vaughan wrong, but that's okay.
Close enough.
Like
Thanks,
you spelled
Dan.
Vaughan really bad. It's not even... Forgot like 3 letters.
Just say Stevie Ray.
Yeah, just get us there, man.
Love my baby, fine as a wine. Stepping down until the end of time. She's a sweet little thing. She's my pride and joy. She's a sweet little baby. I'm my little lover boy.
That's enough of that. Just play a solo, man.
Kick it.
We did get a request for some Tom Petty.
Yeah.
Down for some Tom Petty?
Yeah.
How about some Mary Jane's Last Dance?
God
A minor,
rest his
right?
soul.
A minor. All right, let's do it.
Good old Florida boy.
She grew up in a Indiana town, had a good looking mama. Never was around, but she grew up tall. Then she grew up right. The Indiana boys on an Indiana night. She moved down here at the age of 18. She blew the boys away. Was more than 18. I was introduced. We both started grooving. Said, I'll tell you, baby, but I'll keep moving. On. Keep moving on. Last dance of Mary Jane. One more time to kill the pain. I feel summer creeping in and I'm tired of this town again. I don't know, but I've been told you never slow down and never grow. Tired of screwing up, tired of going down, tired of myself, tired of this town. Oh my, oh hell yes. Honey, put on that body dress, buy me a drink, sing me a song. Tell me as I come, 'cause I can't stay long. Last dance, Mary Jane. One more time to kill the pain. Tired of this town again. Just pigeons down in Market Square. She's sitting in her underwear, looking down from a hotel room. Nightfall will be coming soon. Oh my, oh hell yes. Honey, put on that body dress, buy me a drink, sing me a song. Yes, I come 'cause I can't stay long. Last dance of Mary Jane. One more time to kill the pain. I feel summer creeping in and I'm tired of this town again. Nice.
That was
Oh.
fun.
Let me get out of the tunnel. Nice. Oh, man.
Nothing like ad-libbing on a live show, you know?
Right?
Nothing like it.
It's too fun. Oh, man. It's good to jam. I love jamming on the show. I love the
tactile.
cocktails.
It's tactile.
I love the cocktails, but I do love the jams as well. And with that being said, you think you can give me some like yeah. Oh yeah, let's do that. Oh, that's so beautiful for this little outro.
Little mood theme music.
I really love it. I'm gonna turn it up.
I can turn it up if you want.
I got it. We hope you all enjoyed our show this evening. Thanks for joining us and getting involved. Go check out the Drums and Rums podcast. It is a huge amount of fun. We love Paul Robertson for putting all that together. A very special thanks to our special guest panelists tonight, Vaughan Jackson. Yes. Providing our outro music tonight. And of course, our featured guest tonight, Mr. Paul Robertson on the drums over there. I also want to give a shout out to Danny, who's tuning in tonight. She was playing piano along with us tonight at home. So Danny, thank you for being our piano player. We're going to have to pull that together and get you here to play the piano here in the studio with us one of these days.
Yes.
All right. Next week, you guys, we are doing our Thanksgiving special. It's not really a special. We're having our Thanksgiving show. We're going to talk about all the things we're thankful for. I know that 2020 has been loaded with roadblocks, but there is still so much to be thankful for, and we're excited to share that. So I'll be putting a post out this week and maybe trying to get some of you to chime in with some videos to talk to us about what you're thankful for, and we'll air it on the show. Jordan, this is cool. We have like
great.
live music, outro music. We don't normally get this treat.
Yeah, we need this.
We need to put together the JNC lounge band, the JNC band.
Now you're thinking.
Now I'm thinking. Always thinking,
Yes. Wheels always turning.
right? And you know what? A lot of times I have music set up for the outro show, but this time I think we're gonna
Jamming out, man.
I think we're gonna jam out the credits here. So we hope you guys tune in next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m., the Jams and Cocktails live podcast. Until then, my friends, broadcasting live from the legendary JNC Lounge, I'm Brad Brock. Good night. I'm gonna jump on this bass line here.